recording at 12,920 Philadelphia Street, Whittier, California at Undercity Comics. Keeping Up with the Nerds presents issue 224. My name is Noel. I'm here with House of Spawn Sean. I'm here with Bryan the Mind, Rene with the beignets, and I'm talking about that butt. And here, of course, I got Nick the prick, the man with the the man with the big. Well, anyways, welcome guys to the next issue. Here we go. We've made it. Anyways, one of the things I want to talk about today, we were just gaslighting Bryan to let him know that TMNT is terrible. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. They're tortoises. Why did they call them turtles?
Oh my god.
They're on land. They're never in water.
Have you ever thought about having a radio show of yourself? I think, you know what, if anything, if Uptown Whittier needs like something on the internet, it could be us and maybe like a radio show.
That was the original plan for Whittier Brewery.
To have a radio show?
That's why there's a podcast room in there.
So why didn't they do it?
Yeah, they have an entire like radio setup.
Well, why don't they then have us be on it?
Oh, because
I think Noel would be a good like morning talk show.
He's
a
great DJ. In all fairness, they did hire this one girl to do it and everything like that, but
but they didn't hire us.
But she was useless and she wasn't funny.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but they didn't hire us.
She's a jerk.
Or Noel.
We just all go. Just go right now.
Go to
Go right now.
Just take the cameras.
just walk down, bust open the window, and just be like, "Oh, this is our studio now."
This belongs to us.
We're Uptown Whittier's only radio show now.
But yeah, that was the whole point when they first built Whittier Brewery.
Wow.
They were gonna have like a radio show,
and then it just fell through. Doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah, that means he spent thousands of dollars on like audio,
equipment,
and the antenna.
Yo, but hear me out. A self-help like hotline that we can all listen to would be phenomenal.
Okay,
self-help?
that we can listen to, not that we can be a part of, because we would not be helpful.
You not see the people out there? They're telling you that like Native Americans were hanging out with dinosaurs.
Do you know what?
They hang out in front of a rocky cola where you used to be.
Do you have your gun?
I don't think can we show that on camera?
No, we can't show that.
Okay.
Yeah, show it.
The only thing that Rene would go is, blow your brains out. Like, I'm trying to help you. Like
I was on the verge. Because this guy decided to beat me in Marvel Snap.
Oh wow!
You know, he didn't. One think maybe Rene needs a win once in a while. You know, he doesn't get a lot. Nothing goes for him his way.
3 in the morning.
Yeah.
3 in the freaking morning.
Up, Nick.
Why are you making things up?
Because I know, Nick, it doesn't take
you monster.
Yeah.
It wasn't 3 in the morning.
Nick, we all know it was until like 3 in the morning that you played.
No.
The
3
podcast.
in the morning.
So here's the thing: we've noticed the pattern with Nick's work. Nick is really good at editing the podcast and getting it out by like Tuesday morning, Monday morning. For whatever reason, now it makes sense. This podcast didn't go up until Tuesday night.
No, it went up Tuesday afternoon.
Was it Tuesday afternoon?
Yeah.
We need receipts.
No, it was.
It was.
You
He
put it in
messaged.
the-
Yeah,
Okay.
he
I
messaged
put it in the
group.
chat.
Okay.
I got it done by like 6 o'clock, by like 7 o'clock.
In the morning?
No,
At night.
At night?
Yeah.
it took me like an hour because I had finished everything and then.
So he was editing and playing Marvel Snap, trying to beat Renee's score.
I did
That's really impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it is
That's
impressive.
Super impressive.
I did everything that I needed to do, and then the following day it took me like an hour just to clean up everything, just to make sure that everything was where it needed to be before I exported.
So we play Marvel Snap, and we're not
Really?
fighting
You
against.
didn't-
We're not playing against Nick. We're playing against Nick's ADHD.
I just
So
don't like to-
anytime, dude, the one, it's a fight, dude. It's a fight. Because like Nick will not let anyone take first place in the alliance.
no.
He has to be number
about
one.
it. I really did.
Yeah.
I thought about it. Like I saw it and I was like, oh, I just let Rene win.
Yeah.
And
5 minutes later. No.
And then 5 minutes later, 5 minutes later, I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll just go 200 more. Just an extra 200.
No,
Let's
no.
make this fun. And then I saw you the next morning, and I was like, all right, I'm just going to do this 200. And he's like, and he'll get another, and then he'll be like, oh.
No, we all know his attitude. If you beat him once and there's like hours left, he's like, I'm not gonna do it because he knows it's a losing fight.
I can't because you harvest like cubes.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No. There's
I
no
mean,
way.
I'm good at
Your pull
at
cards
least
is
completing
way
my
bigger.
bounty.
I think
Your pool of cards is way bigger than I think.
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
and his.
Yeah.
And don't say no. It's
Yeah,
not.
don't.
No, you literally, your collector score is like 14K. It's 11K.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's only 2.
Mine's 2000. Yeah, mine's like 2002.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your guys' problem? I feel like this is on you guys.
No.
No,
it's
I
called,
play
It's
in
called
an
that we just
average
started playing 6
time.
months ago.
You know, I play when I'm even here at the shop, and I shouldn't be doing that. But I play on the bus, and I shouldn't be doing that too because I have to watch out for my bus stop, which I have another story about. Two stories about the bus stop I had this week that happened to me. But no, that's the thing. I told you I don't play Conquest like you do, man. I don't have that luck of winning every single time.
No, yeah. That and
I say we kick his ass. I say we kick his ass. We got it all too.
It's so
I mean-
funny too because right now I'm at my rank score.
Yeah.
Right now I'm at 99.
Yeah.
So I'm almost at the 100 mark, and my buddy was like, "Oh, what are you playing, man? Are you playing like Fenrir? You playing like Surtur? Like you playing like the metas?" And I'm like, "Nah, man. Hella slots deck is what I'm playing."
Hella with Luke Cage.
It's Hella, Luke Cage, Infinite. What was it? Giganto. Black
Any plus
Cat.
any 6 costs.
Yeah,
that you can
basically all the
discard.
6 costs, and then just a bunch of discards.
I recently got Ultron, so that's helping me in my like build deck of like filling up.
So
the
Noel, we
lands and
play
stuff like that.
an online card game.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
No,
Yeah.
I got
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I do have a question.
What's
the
Nick,
question?
why are you so competitive? What's going on? Here? Like,
I know,
listen,
right?
listen.
I wasn't hugged a lot as a child.
Listen. Welcome to the Whittier Brewery. I'm listening. I'm listening.
This is your audition.
Who hurt you?
A lot of people. It's a lot of people.
See,
in all fairness, you don't get to be my level of funny and not be hurt.
Well, that's some trauma.
That's incredibly
Yeah.
competitive.
There's definitely a lot of trauma. No, yeah, I think it was always because I was like I'm a little brother.
Oh, that's
So-
it. That's it.
Yeah, it was
We got
good.
him.
I'm a
Well,
little
no, yeah,
brother.
that's
We got 'em.
that's the thing
Yeah.
because the dynamic is how it is. The three of us, at least, the dynamic is how we were born. So he's the firstborn in his family. I'm the middle child, and he's the youngest.
Oh, you're the baby.
Yeah.
Oh.
But actually, I'm the youngest in this entire group.
yeah.
you lost me.
But we have a dynamic of he acts like the eldest,
Well,
I act like the
he's a
middle,
daddy,
and he
for
does
sure,
act like
He's a daddy brother.
Yeah.
You know? the oldest brother always ends up being the father. They never.
Now that you said that, he's looking at me. And it's like very weird. The moment you said "daddy brother," he went like this. No, that's not what you did. He literally went like this. He said "daddy brother," and he went.
Yeah.
Good job, Andy.
Right?
For you.
Daddy, brother.
Andy, good job.
Yeah.
You got a daddy.
Oh
You got a
god.
daddy.
Well, guys, with that, go check out our website, keepingupwiththenerds.com, for all the up-to-date information. Check out our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and xmen.com. Go check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/keepingupwiththenerds. Guys, thank you so much for 265 subs. We're getting an average of like 40-ish views per recent episode.
Yeah.
Which is really great. You guys are...
That reminds me.
What happened?
I want to make a shout out to my friend Jonathan. Thank you, buddy, for following me and everyone here and actually spreading us. My friend, he's a substitute teacher for I think Rio Hondo College. He loves the show.
Yeah.
And he's heartbroken. He's like, your guys' production on like the skits and the stuff, it's stellar. But when I see your views, it breaks my heart. I'm like, well, can you like share us? He's like,
Yeah.
oh no, yeah, I'm starting to share you guys with the staff. I'm like, thank you. So like, he's a math nerd.
I
Dude.
just think
This
it's
guy's
super
like,
funny if one of us tried to take a course over at Rio, and then all of a sudden one of the staff is like, "Oh,
I've seen you somewhere.
I know I've seen you somewhere."
he's a teacher's assistant. So essentially, is when the teacher's
That's
not
so
there,
funny.
he teaches the class
Yeah, that's what teaching
for
is.
them.
I think it's still weird
That's what's called
to be
tenure.
told that your production level is like really good. And
When
I'm
it's
like,
just
24
like
years old.
The lowest
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
can do.
literally,
We're getting by. Like,
we're literally like broke boys making, funny bits
Yeah.
on a $500 camera.
well, it's funny because we literally came up with a December skit on the way home from Gladiator II.
Yeah,
That is true.
Yeah, we literally came up with a December skit that we're gonna do. We'll see that later on in the next month. But there's also
tuned.
other skits that we've been wanting to do. It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
either
one
it causes
idea.
a little bit more production. That's why some of those haven't been done yet.
Yeah.
I have plans for videos that I want to do, but again,
We're not
it's
gonna buy a
production.
fleshlight.
No,
We're
it's
not.
it's eventually gonna happen.
It's a
but
DIY
like,
episode. It's a DIY
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
You're gonna build one.
I think
Yeah.
We
we
should all make molds of our Johnsons.
I'm in. Let's do it. I'm down.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives me way too much anxiety.
Ramstein did that.
Yeah.
Where you bought their
bought
new
the mold.
album. Yeah,
Yeah.
And you got the molds of all their
Just make sure
songs.
And we
shave
just sell
first.
them.
Yeah.
Wait, who
well,
did
no,
that?
no. Like if you
But you have to
want
shave
sub
first.
to us,
Not only
like,
that,
hey,
but also, how do you stay hard for that long?
I know. Am I popping a Blue
Blue
Chew?
Chew. Yeah.
Are we gonna subscribe to him?
I mean, we could just have a video on the background, back to back. We're each
Yeah.
looking at 4 different corners.
I'm not
you know?
gonna lie. I really like editor me is kind of like for the joke to just go like sponsored by Blue Chew.
Yeah.
I really like how
It
you-
really
yeah.
works. Like,
Double dog dare you, bro.
I
You
like
have
the
to do
edit that
it.
you did.
You have to do it.
with the pictures.
yeah.
That was awesome. I was watching and I'm like, I had it in the shower. I'm,
For what? Wait, which one?
last week's.
Last week's, yeah.
Yeah, the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Remember
All
in
right,
the
so
beginning?
Jonathan,
Oh.
I think
Thank
if
you,
you
Jonathan.
instead of helping spread the word of keeping up with the nerds to staff over Rio Hondo,
Yeah.
shoot
Buy us a
video-
clone of Willie. We need 4 of them.
show this video to Blue Chew. See if they can sponsor us for an
Oh,
episode.
Willie.
No, but thank you so much for the support. And,
That's what it's called, clone
thank
of
you.
Willie.
Audio platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcasts,
Manny
and
wanted to
Podbean.
buy one. I go, no.
Where is my YouTube music? Where is my YouTube music?
Oh, that's a
Noel,
good-
you're on the show.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's a
welcome.
good question.
Yeah.
How do we get on YouTube Music?
It just have to create a playlist.
That's it.
That's it.
Oh,
Come on,
Oh.
man.
That's super easy.
Why do you like YouTube Music?
Dude, I like YouTube
Dude,
Music.
it's
Now that I
awesome.
have
So do I
premium,
as well.
I
I like
Bro.
forget Spotify.
Bro,
I don't
100%,
ever want to go back
100%.
to Spotify.
I use
Never.
Spotify.
Spotify, eat my.
I use
It's called a
Spotify.
Willie now.
Yeah,
I think
yeah
if
eat
you,
my willy.
I think our podcast, if they go on YouTube Music, also stream the video.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I do both.
I gotta figure it out. It's not that. That shouldn't be that difficult.
Coming soon.
You're the daddy brother. You'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Daddy brother.
You're the daddy brother.
he's the micromanager.
You're the micromanager?
Is that a bad thing?
It depends. Why is it?
It looks like you took his
Micro.
face.
Oh,
off.
I did. Yeah.
It looks like you took his face off, and he's like,
I took off the hood of an Ewok, and I'm like, that's what they look like without the hood.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bear.
let me see.
It's just
Wait, Ewoks are bears?
Yeah.
just teddy bears.
They're teddy bears?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like it's.
Oh,
I
I
looks
thought-
like it's a little
welcome to the
down.
show.
Well,
We've already
well,
distracted. We've already
yeah.
been
It's a
tangent
little
off
down,
with
yeah.
so many different things.
No, I like this.
Okay, well, welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on as the
like
last
that
guest of the month of guests.
Yes.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Way to end the month.
All I'm saying is Star Wars have teddy bears, and that's adorable.
Okay.
That means in Star Wars, in Star Wars, Teddy Roosevelt was president.
What?
Because you can't name the teddy bear if
Oh my God.
Roosevelt didn't exist.
I am so.
You just tuned in right
he's
now.
Right. He's
just,
right.
You just
You're
woke
right.
up
No,
from.
you're
You
right.
can't call them teddy bears.
Wait,
The reason for
still
their being called
adjusting.
teddy bears don't exist.
When was? Hang on. Now I gotta look it up.
Right.
Star Wars in our world,
Uh-huh.
same.
I'm confused. What are you saying? I'm very
Same,
confused.
same.
Listen,
Liquid.
What? Just Celsius and coffee? Oh God.
Gosh.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I tried earlier.
We
That's
don't
pretty good.
condone this.
Is this what?
But if you do,
Is this the
send us
combination
a
of
clip.
your attitude right now? Of that?
Try it.
No way.
Surprisingly good.
No way that's
Surprisingly
good. No way that's good.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so Theodore Roosevelt was president from 1901 to 1909.
What was the first teddy bear?
1904.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad, and I see it's the artificial sweetener that's in here. That
Yeah.
makes it
Let me
really
see.
good.
Watermelon?
Bring
Ooh.
it over here.
Try
Bring
it.
it over here.
Watermelon. It's
not bad.
it's actually not.
It's not.
If anything, it almost has like a slight Four Loko aftertaste for
Yeah,
me.
that's, that's what Daddy's looking for.
Why
Let's
does
be
it
honest.
smell like apple pie?
What kind of coffee is it?
That's a cafe though, yeah,
Oh, okay.
with the Celsius.
It's not bad,
Yeah.
but it does smell and taste like apple pie.
Oh yeah. It's very savory but yet sweet at the same time.
No, I'm telling
lovely.
you, try it. It tastes like apple pie.
You okay there, Brian?
Yeah, why?
I'm not mad at
Okay,
it.
you're just quiet.
I'm not
You
mad
just
at
quiet.
it.
Yeah, mad at it.
So,
Wanna try it?
comic
I'm all
strips,
good.
portion of the show where we don't tangent for more than 5 to 10, 15 minutes.
What? He was gonna tell us a story.
No, Teddy
Oh,
Roosevelt.
sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bus
This
story.
is why I was quiet, because I'm letting you guys go free range on everything
Hey, you
else.
That's
didn't
why.
wanna
Yeah, that's
try
why
it.
you're not on
I
the
wanna-
Apple
table.
pie.
I've had enough caffeine. I'm good. if I get more caffeine, I
what
probably
happened to
die.
you on the bus?
Yeah.
So 2 things happened to me on the bus. On the way home, I was waiting for the bus, and this guy, Hispanic, younger dude, maybe like early 40s, late 30s, is just waiting for the bus, and I'm just standing there on my phone. He's all like, do you believe in God? I go, nope. I said it like so nonchalant, so fast
You
too.
shut that down quick.
Yeah, I was like, nope. He's all like, is that your real answer? I go, yep. He's all like, ah, man. He goes, so you're not afraid of the devil to get punished by the devil? I go, nope. He goes, you're not afraid of the devil at all? Nope. He's like, oh. He goes, well, you couldn't handle it anyways. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. It's just
What
like,
does that mean?
yeah, and I'm like, you're probably right. I didn't want to
You're about to
entice.
get
I'm
touched.
losing my
Yeah.
You're about to
argument.
get touched.
Yeah. And so then,
handle it.
and so then he's all like, "You couldn't handle it because I can't because I'm a god man." I'm like, "Okay, god man." And he looked at me, and the bus was coming right now. I was like, "What? Are we gonna do something, or are you gonna get on the bus?" And he gets on the bus, and then I sat not in front of him, but he sat in the back, but I could just feel him staring at me.
You ruined his whole day.
I did. I know. I
Good
ruined his
job.
whole night.
Good
I
job.
think it's, I think
Good
it's so
job.
funny because the only thing I can imagine is him asking you if you're a god man, and then him going, "Well, you ruined it."
Yeah, like he was gonna get so preachy. He probably had like some sort of scribe ready to say, and I was like, "Nope." I'm like, "Nope."
I just, you know, you were gonna get molested. It's just,
You couldn't handle it. You're not ready.
And then-
you're not ready.
You couldn't handle. Like, who says that? You
Yeah.
couldn't handle
You
it.
couldn't handle it.
Okay,
That's a bad comeback.
It kind of
That's a
makes sense
terrible
though,
comeback.
right?
No,
It's
I'm
like,
just saying,
do you
if you
believe
said-
it? Are you scared of the devil?
No.
Are you scared of the devil? Yeah, you can handle it.
Yeah.
Because my dick is the devil.
That's what the D stands for.
My D's the devil.
My D's the devil. So and then the other story is when I was on my way to work, I was at the bus stop waiting for the final bus, the Montebello bus, in front of Trader Joe's off of Whittier Boulevard. So I'm standing there and I'm just on my phone again, and then a guy comes up to me. He goes, and he's little. And he came up to me and he's all like, "Oh, what time does the bus come?" And I looked at my phone on the app. I'm like, "Oh, 2 minutes." He goes, "Oh, is that a real thing?" I'm like, "How do you know?" And I go, "Oh, well, I found it on the app. It's on the app, the transit app on my phone." He goes, "Oh, okay." He goes, "You straight?" And I go, "What?" And like I had to do a double take. He's all, "You straight?"
Dude, you got hit on twice.
He's all, and so then I go, "Yes, I'm straight." He goes, "Oh, well, you're handsome though." Like this. He's all, yeah. He was
you go.
on something. I didn't want to. I didn't want to like
Tell me more.
turn on
me
his
more.
trip or anything like that. He's like, "Well, you're handsome though."
You know what you
He's
should have
all-
done? You should have called Mandy right then and there.
Yeah.
And then like
no,
FaceTimed her.
Mandy was on the phone.
See,
Yeah.
you should have at that point. You could have been like, "Oh, I could be happy. Look,
Let me get some money.
look.
Somebody from
You
this
should be
guy.
lucky. This guy wants to have sex with me."
and to describe him, he's it's gonna be funny right now. He's about a little skinnier and about a foot shorter than Nick. That's same facial hair, same hair, yeah,
Wow.
same color tone and everything. And
Are you sure that wasn't just Nick?
No, it wasn't.
It's Earth 2 Nick. Earth 2 Nick.
The other
Yeah.
Nick.
The other Nick.
You should have asked for his name. What if it was
so
Nicholas?
It was so funny too because he
is
was waiting on the bus and his mom was walking up with groceries as well too. And
You trying to have sex with you? And he,
yeah,
and
with
he was
his
with
mom. He was with his mom.
No joke.
And
How old do you
it
think
was
this guy was?
How
old do you think he was?
he was probably around my age, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was roughly around our age, if anything. No, but it's just so funny. And it was just I told Mandy, I go like, and you know what? That kind of like perked up my attitude a bit. I go like to get told that you're handsome by like the same sex. I'm
Feel
like,
more
yeah.
confident.
I feel more
Yeah.
confident. There was more pep in my step
I'm
that
telling
Sunday.
you, man, we
Yeah.
gotta go to a gay bar.
Yeah,
dude.
man, I'm down.
The worst thing is if you don't get hit on,
Yeah.
but that never happens.
There's a few we can go to.
There's a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a few.
No, see, Sean, you already made a mistake. You don't offer the recommendations. Nick is the one that has the recommendations. He'll take you to the
Okay.
underground one.
Yeah.
You, I mean,
Oh,
The dungeons?
Dude, he'll take
I
you
do
to
know
the
a
one.
dungeon one.
I mean, what makes you assume that I haven't been to those?
That's that. Then
There's a lack of confidence, bro. There's a lack of confidence.
Lack of confidence. Yeah. He's just assuming. He's just assuming that I
Can we
don't know.
we'll just take Brian to the Eagle.
No.
You can't handle the eel.
No, we're gonna take him to Fault Line. We're gonna
Oh,
take him to the
no.
hard. Yeah, I want to take him to the hardcore
Dude,
one.
you mean
Yeah.
Yeah.
why?
just
I don't
for-
even
I
have
mean,
a say in
even
this.
then,
It's just like
the-
they're
no,
just
just
just the name
Just-
alone,
you're
I
just
just
gonna
want
go,
to
dude.
go.
Just
just for
gonna go.
your reference, Fault Line is it's a really nice bar.
Yeah.
With just gay porn everywhere.
Blasting on the and it's just guys.
They're just going at it,
hardcore.
going
Oh, yeah.
ham.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a drink and I look up. I'm like, oh,
Just
okay.
just splooging everywhere. Yeah. It's good.
That's cool.
But
I'm
the
down.
drinks, solid.
Oh, you're gonna get.
That's cool.
What am I supposed to react
Go,
to this?
go with an empty wallet.
Like, they
go
tell
with an
me
empty
these-
wallet and they're
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
buy you
They
drinks.
tell me this as if
Leave
like
your
I'm gonna
wallet
be
at
like,
home.
oh my
Yeah.
god, yes, I totally no. Like,
Yeah.
Say you
of
forgot
course.
your wallet.
Well, it's because you're an otter.
No, he's not in the otter.
What does that
You're a
mean?
greedy little otter.
What does that
He's
mean?
not an otter.
What does that mean?
Is that what that means? To act like that? Or yeah.
You wouldn't think he's an otter? I would think.
I
would
have
consider-
more of a build of an otter.
For the audience.
What is an otter?
Okay, please. For
I don't know what it
for
means,
Brian's
dude.
sake and
my
the
God,
audience.
Listen.
For the-
Hold on.
yeah.
For
I
the
wouldn't
sake of
consider him a bear. He's not a bear.
yeah.
Cub,
No,
maybe.
but he's not.
Cub.
Cub.
A cub, baby.
Cub, yes.
Yeah.
So
that makes
there's
sense. I see
different
that.
animal words used to express the body types. Like more slender people like me, we're otters, but we're very hairy. You know, we have a lot of hair.
Okay.
So we're not just a twink. A twink is more like very skinny,
Very skinny,
and
very
hairless.
And
Druggy?
smooth, yeah.
Yes, very druggy, like Party Monster, Macaulay Culkin's character.
Yeah.
Twinks.
That's
Those
a
are twinks.
twink.
Hardcore
Yeah.
twink.
This bears,
This is a bear.
cub,
This is a bear.
Noel.
I'm just me.
Otter.
What up?
No,
What
he
up,
would be
daddy?
just
Platypus.
Noel.
What's up, baby?
Platypus.
What's up, baby?
Platypus. Very
Platypus,
unique.
yeah.
Very
Just
rare.
Noel.
Yeah.
Platypus.
Platypus, yeah. You stand out.
You?
Thanks. It's a sweater.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
a
rose.
little-
it's a nice sweater.
Ooh,
I
can we
know.
take him to leather
And I'm wearing
night?
prints.
You're not taking me
Roses
anywhere.
on roses,
Can
baby.
we take him to
Roses on
leather night?
roses.
Leather night. I would like to go to
Have
leather
you
night.
have you been to leather
Yeah.
night? Dude, leather night's fun. You wanna go to leather night?
I'll go to leather night.
So just take him.
All right.
He's, look at him. He's
Yeah.
giving up. He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mentally, he's ready. Just take him.
Mentally, he's preparing.
We're gonna
Like,
take you and your wife and your kids.
No.
It's gonna be a family
no.
excursion.
Hamburger Mary's.
Hamburger
Mary's. I feel would be. A
Andy's
cool
been
one.
there.
Hamburger
It's
Mary's.
fun.
I
It's a
actually
fun-
don't like Hamburger Mary's.
Why? The one in Long Beach.
I had terrible service last time I was there.
Oh well, yeah. You're
Yeah.
mainly going for the performance.
Terrible
Go for brunch.
I did,
know.
Yeah.
and it was terrible service, dude. They didn't even give me my full. We got
The mimosas.
The full mimosa. They
Yeah.
only filled it once, and I kept on having to call her over. She didn't even get our food order, dude. Like she got our food order in the very beginning. We got
Hamburger
like
Mary's. You guys are lacking.
we
What's
got
going
a
on?
we even had the private
Long
table.
Beach.
We had the private table right next to the stage. We ordered our food right before the show started. It never came out. whole performance.
That's
Food never
okay.
came
We're
out.
not gonna go to Hamburger Mary's.
No,
No,
Hamburger-
that doesn't sound
we had a
great.
bad experience at Hamburger Mary's. We had to go home and go make food afterwards, and then we had to argue about the bill because they were like, "Oh, you guys owe us like $300."
No, you didn't
And
even give
then-
us our full service. We
Yeah.
didn't get our food. You getting because you get charged at the front now, don't you?
Yeah, because they give you the check at the very end.
Yeah.
And then we were going over and we were like, dude,
Okay.
like all this stuff never came out. Like, what are you talking about? And then mind you, the show is over and then they're trying to bring out food
Yeah.
right before we leave. And we were like, no, we're not paying for it.
Brian, we need to hit.
What?
We need to hit up Henry.
I legit fell asleep for a second.
Yeah, no, I saw that.
we need to hit up Henry.
Really?
I did. I was just like,
yeah,
I don't
I
care
think
about
so.
this anymore.
Yo, you will when you go.
Yeah.
Ooh, you know what?
We're gonna invite Henry to come
we-
with us.
Dude,
all
we
right?
can do Lucky Sundays.
Lucky Sundays. Okay.
Lucky Sundays are mild. Those are
Yeah.
very tame.
I wouldn't mind.
Yeah,
We can
he's
go.
In, he's in a which we'll
just
take.
wanna go.
I mean, we can't go without Justin and Jonah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll get mad.
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like having to live with two vicious queens when and them being.
Oh, we
You went to a
I'm
game
gonna need to
about
get. Gary
Dude, you know how
James.
upset they would be?
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah.
You know how upset they would be?
They would.
Oh, actually, I got a question.
Huh.
What's going on in comics today?
Comic strips, the portion of the show where we talk about topics that don't merit a 10 to 15 minute
So there was
conversation.
a trailer that came out this week. There was another trailer that came out.
Are we good? Are we set and ready?
Yeah.
Did Absolute Wonder Woman come out this week?
What?
No.
No.
No. It comes out next week. Yeah. Issue 2 at least.
All right, no more talk about gay bars. I'm done. That
Why?
conversation. Huh?
Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
Daddy
No,
brother,
it's
Daddy
just
brother
it's,
doesn't
I
like
had
it.
no say in it. They were just like, we're gonna take him here. I'm like, I don't want to go there. He's
Why?
like, oh, we're going there.
No,
I'm
no,
like, no,
not you. All of us.
no.
We're all going.
I'm good. I think I'll stay home.
Oh my god.
I'm fine.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah. You guys have fun.
We can make a day of it. We can make a video of it.
Mhm.
Let us know if you want to see us at a drag bar having a good time.
Ooh yeah.
Without Brian.
That actually would be. Really
We'll take
fun.
Boba Brian.
Yeah.
Oh, what was Boba Brian?
You just put Brian's face.
Oh,
on it.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
I gotta,
Yeah.
Honestly, just
Or
give me
Baby
the mask.
Brian.
I'll go. I'll just put on a Brian mask.
You'll be in my place.
Yeah.
You're Brian, the sub Brian.
I am Daddy Brother today.
It's so bright.
Marvel
Daddy
Snap. I love that game.
Arr. I'm uncomfortable. You had to say I'm uncomfortable like 5 times while we're there.
Why do you assume that I'm uncomfortable, like with everything? You realize I'm not uncomfortable in places. You make me uncomfortable.
It's a kink. We talked about it last time. You guys have a kink.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah,
Actually, it
but-
makes sense if you don't go because something's bad gonna happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would something bad happen?
Because you guys have a kink.
Who? What kid?
You guys sexually charge each other up. We talked about it last time.
That's true.
You guys can't go there. It'd be bad.
That's not wrong.
It's when we would finally
You're not wrong.
express it. Finally express it.
That's not.
We'd
Yeah.
go, we'd all go into the bathroom, and then you put your wiener through the hole, and then whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Balls in your court.
I'm
Balls in
legit.
your court.
I'm trying to find like a. I'm trying to find an entry point. Something, dude. But I'm just like I don't know.
Give me some comics, Brian. Give me some comics.
Nick's got me
What's
beat
going
this
on?
week, dude.
What's going on? What's going
What's
on?
going on?
Hamburger Mary's comics. What's going on?
How to Train Your Dragon released its live action trailer this week. It's kind of interesting because apparently it's no one knows why they're doing it. Toothless pretty much looks the same as the animation. Quote the director, Dean Boyas, I think is what his name is. He said that he's had a passion to make this a live action movie. He's jumping on board of it so that way the studio doesn't completely ruin it. Quote, if they were going to do it, I wanted to make sure that it was done right. We're not trying to replace our animated original. He's also said that this is not a shot-for-shot remake.
Really, because it really looks like it.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean,
Every scene that they showed in the trailer looks shot
For shot.
if I don't see a giant ass dragon coming out of a cave at the end of this movie, I'm gonna be super
You're
mad.
so done
Yeah.
with it.
Okay, guys,
Yeah.
I got a question. I've only ever seen one good dragon live action movie.
Was it
Aragon?
Rain of Fire.
Huh?
Is it Aragon?
No,
Dragonheart.
No.
The
Yes. Yes.
But which one?
Oh, the
first
first
one.
one.
Oh, okay.
Come on, man.
I thought
Damn.
I thought you were gonna say
fourth.
Dragonheart, the one with Danny Masterson's
No,
brother
no,
in
no,
it. Like,
No. That's the best one for sure.
Yeah.
Rain of Fire was good, but the ending was kind of like
I
whatever.
feel like people forgot about Rain of
What's
Fire.
the Hobbit movie with the dragon? Which one is it?
Desolation of
Desolation
Smog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another
But
one.
that's not a dragon movie.
That's a dwarf movie.
He just laid there and talked. If you think about it, he just
Well,
laid
well,
there and talked.
technically, that's not a dragon.
He's a
right?
worm.
Yeah, he's a
He's a
worm.
worm.
He's a
He's a
worm.
worm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so not a dragon. Just because it has wings and scales
he's a-
doesn't make it
yeah.
a dragon.
He's a
Racist.
Yeah, but that's my bar.
Wyvern.
Dragonheart is my bar.
I don't
Yeah.
think he's a wyvern.
Is there any
Kevin Costner.
Because he has. Because
What other dragon movies are there?
worms don't have wings. They're just
They,
Besides
Exactly.
Aragon?
no.
Yeah, there's-
Wyverns don't
Every
have
Barbie movie.
arms.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back,
I thought
legs,
just- what?
back legs and wings.
Not the ponies.
There's a
No,
Barbie-
there's dragons.
There's like
There's
dragons in Barbie movies.
Yeah.
But how come you never? How come you don't get the toys?
Wait, what about
If there
now?
was dragons?
Oh my God,
my
a
God.
pink dragon?
Dude,
I would so buy
dude,
that. Yeah.
And a Barbie. I
Yeah.
played with Barbies.
What
but
about,
a Barbie and
uh,
a dragon? Make think like
Never Ending Story.
Falcor was.
He's not a dragon.
No, he's not a dragon.
No,
He's a dog dragon.
he's a wet sock.
he's a child's imagination. He
looks at his laundry.
He's a crusty sock.
No, get that out of my head. Why?
And that's why it's called the never-ending story.
That makes sense. That's why he's between his legs.
Yes.
Yes.
Somewhere you can see.
And with that, we just destroyed multiple different childhoods in less than 30 seconds.
Sorry.
Are you guys ready
Guys.
for the new never-ending story coming out soon? Yeah, I am.
Hey, real quick though, I didn't. So I thought it was interesting because people were complaining because they were like, because they saw the trailer. The trailer came out. And
Oh, for How
everybody,
to Train Your Dragon?
yeah,
Okay.
How to Train Your Dragon. I was going back to the main topic.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do pivot. Anyway, so they saw it and then everybody went, everything looks cool. Why is Astrid black?
Oh, wait, I have
Oh my God, I saw
comment.
that.
I have a
There's
comment.
no black Vikings.
Bro, I have a comment on that. I have a comment on that.
Wait, what?
I have a comment on that. It doesn't matter. It's fiction.
Yeah.
You can do whatever the
Yes.
F you want.
Right?
You know?
There also wasn't dragons.
Right?
Yeah.
I do miss hearing Jay Baruchel's voice as Hiccup. You know, there says Burr. You know, like and we have dragons.
Very nasal.
That was pretty.
Yeah,
That's
but it's
pretty
just-
good.
yeah.
That was
Was
pretty
that,
good.
was that Gerard Butler?
Yes.
Yes.
That was,
Yes.
that was Gerard Butler, right?
Yeah,
He's
playing
being stoic.
playing playing
Playing
stoic.
stoic.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I'm
Perfect
so-
casting for
yes.
this. Thank God.
Well, because
That
like
was awesome.
I think they had the problem of like they were like, okay, so who do we get to play a stoic? And then they were like, well, we need a Gerard Butler.
Right?
Just call Gerard.
And then they were like, oh, and they're like, we can't call Gerard Butler. We call Gerard Butler. They're usually gonna say it's a shot for shot.
Yeah.
And then they made a couple of calls and they were like, I think we gotta call Gerard Butler.
Yeah, it's a Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. You
Yeah.
can't go wrong. It's a
No.
Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong.
I don't know. I feel like that whole drama of having a black actress play a white
It's
Viking is
ridiculous,
just like
yeah.
I don't find the reason
It's
for it.
terrible. They shouldn't have done that.
No, but it goes back to the whole fiction. I don't know if I'd believe you anymore, dude, on anything.
We were both having a hard time
we
last
were
night.
okay. So after we dropped you off, Rene,
I did the
you
bit too
you,
hard.
you
what happened?
went too
What happened?
hard, and I think
What
we
happened?
broke us for a bit.
He
Well,
broke
because
it.
okay,
He broke both of us.
okay, hold on.
It was
when I
fluoride.
left the car, I was walking and I heard, and I'm like, that better not be about me. I was like,
Oh no, that whole bit was
you closed
them
the
calling
door.
me Alfred. Yeah. And so I stopped the car. I was like, all right, get out.
Get out.
Wait, why Alfred?
Because we were in the back seat, me and Sean. He gets out of the front, and then he then goes, "Oh, are one of you guys gonna come to the front?" And then Bryan goes, "No, they're gonna stay in the back. I'm not allowing them to be in the front." And then as soon as he does that, he closes the door, and I'm like, "To the bat cave, Alfred." And then he immediately pulls over, and he's like, "Get out."
So on the way home, we start talking about the current political atmosphere
Batman.
that we're going. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're talking about
again, just
how-
watch Viva Vendetta. You get a little snippet of what our future's gonna be.
So
Dr.
we get to the
Oz,
part
man.
where we start talking about like the health department, right?
Yeah.
And one of the big things that these people are wanting to do is they're trying to advocate to remove fluoride from water.
Remember,
So
they're called Krispy Kremes.
yes, so Sean proceeds to say, yeah, but fluoride is the same mineral that they use for lobotomies.
No.
So that's kind of okay. You can explain your side of the story in a second, okay? Because you went.
It's a pineal gland, right? The
taking words
pineal
that I said not
gland.
right.
Okay,
Pineal
so
gland, yeah.
so how did you
What
say?
I
connection
said
to God?
is
That
that
kind
they
of stuff?
use fluoride to make people
pasa?
docile. It's like a pseudo lobotomy.
Okay.
A lobotomy. It's
So
not
with
a
that-
substance
so with that-
or a
yes,
chemical
okay.
to lobotomize.
That
No,
is what
So-
I need to set
That's
the
fine.
record
That's
straight
fine.
on that.
That's fine. Okay, fine. So when he
That's
says
what it
that,
does. Look it
Nick
up.
and I stopped for a second. Like
Wait, wait, what?
we both kind of stood quiet and we're like,
What?
we don't know how to approach this. So I turn to Sean and I go,
They're not on that conspiracy stuff.
you're
Yeah,
joking,
you're
right?
on
You're
the
joking.
conspiracy.
And he goes like, no, I'm 100% serious.
He's like, if you test all of the water, you're gonna find a bunch of stuff in the water. Why is there so much fluoride that it's in every single thing you tested? I'm like, you test water, you'll find everything. You'll find copper. You'll find brass.
Yeah.
You'll
Tap
find
water, yeah.
You'll find a bunch of
Listen.
stuff.
When
And
they
he
say
was like, why
fluoride
does it-
free, it's not fluoride
Listen,
free.
listen.
I know, but what I'm saying, I
I'm with
thought it was
Sean.
funny because then I turned to Sean and I was like, Sean, why would you want water that doesn't have any minerals in it? Do you know what the purpose of water is?
I thought you were referring to just fluoride. When
No,
you said that.
no, and he's like, oh, he goes to get minerals, and I'm like, so what are you talking about?
So conspiracy theories, you have to go deep and just kind of have fun with it. So I have read this stuff about fluoride
So have
and
I.
then your connection to spirituality and talking to God and all this stuff and how he makes you docile and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But you have to go ham on it.
But
Right?
the thing-
if you have fluoride in tap water, why do we still get cavities? You see what I'm saying? You go hard on it. I
Yeah,
don't believe
no,
in any of
that's-
this stuff.
that's-
I drink tap water to this day. I'll drink it from the hose to this day.
That's fine.
I'll drink
It's
from
just-
the water bowl from my dog to this day.
that's
Wait,
fine.
hold on, what? He goes, go back.
No.
The water bowl,
See, the
wait.
conspiracy theory part is fine. I can totally agree with that.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to do it. It's just that we were having a nice conversation, and Sean just decided to make a right instead of a left.
What's wrong with that?
I decided to bring truth
No, he
that they weren't ready for.
Common sense.
We were all having
just a
fun. We
conspiracy
all had the
theorist.
GPS on to go
Listen,
left.
we were
and
driving
then-
down the street, and then Sean decided to turn off on an alley and buy drugs. And then we were
I was
like,
also very high too. I had gotten very high.
yeah,
after the
and,
movie.
and me and Brian are in the
I felt
back seat of the
comfortable
car
sharing
going
that with
like,
you
I don't know if we
guys.
should be
You know,
here.
I'm not gonna open with them anymore because I felt comfortable.
Yeah,
and
you get
safe
called out, yeah.
Opening
I stopped
up
doing
with
that
all
them.
too.
your weirdness
Yeah.
came out. And
Yeah, I let my weirdness
Sean,
came out.
we asked if this was you, and you were just like,
And I was like,
Yeah.
You go ham.
Alright,
You talk about
fine.
reptilian
oh my
skin
god,
people.
it's fine. Sean
Yeah.
can believe whatever he wants.
You know
It's just
what?
he got
I'm just
very
glad all the
defensive.
people who say aliens never existed or they're not real, you guys are dumb because we just confirmed they're in the ocean. They're from the ocean, okay? All you non-believers,
Yeah,
you're
Pacific
dumb.
Rim.
Also, those are Atlanteans. Those are.
There's a
Yeah,
picture of
anyway,
him.
So
Anyway.
people did
Aquaman
touch on
real.
that. People did touch-
It
they're
smells
not-
like salt.
Anyway,
So, yeah.
have you guys seen the new Chill Guy meme? The
Yeah.
dog that
Oh
looks
yeah,
like
the dog.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm a little upset because that's my vibe, and I was like, dude, what the f? Aren't I copyrighted? Don't I exist? That's lame.
Well, now I have to write the cuss word because
I'm sorry.
Honestly,
I shouldn't curse.
Don't even
I
bother.
take it back.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna look at it.
you don't bleep about.
No, I bleep it out, but
He reviews it.
I watched the entire show,
Yeah.
so I hear it.
Yeah.
Well, I just got to make sure. because I'll write a note of it. Just in case.
What's the Scooby Doo thing?
Anyways, chill guy
Scooby-Doo?
creator. It's the dog meme of him just putting his hands in his pocket and just chilling. He's going to take down posts using the meme for profit. So basically,
James?
he's
Kevin James is gonna do that?
No, you're thinking about that's the wrong meme. It's this one.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Editor Nick had already probably put a photo of it, but it's that one.
My
I
eyes are
thought-
getting weary.
Because you put
My
the,
back is
so
getting
the
tight.
hands-
Yeah, he had his hands in his.
I thought it was
Yeah,
that
no,
meme.
but
Yeah,
it's,
he was
it's
like
the dog
Kevin
one.
James. Yeah.
Kevin James.
It's like,
He stopped
Anyway.
the pixels. Now he's gonna stop. This.
He's gonna copyright this character, and he's basically taking down any and all art that is using him for profit. Recently, Microsoft did tweet out a photo of him with the Marines, the Space Marines uniform on.
Henry Cavill.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Microsoft didn't do anything about it, but he's mainly doing it to target people who are selling unauthorized merch and the mock bitcoins that are out there.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that's fun. Christopher Nolan says Talladega Nights is one of his favorite comedies of ever.
Not surprised.
If you ain't
not
first, you're
surprised.
last.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
it's all right.
Solid movie. You don't like it?
I'm not a Will Ferrell fan. That's why.
I'm not.
I didn't care for Step Brothers. I didn't care for.
Chrissy
Casa Mi
Step
Padre is pretty fun.
Step Brothers, I'm not a huge fan.
Yeah.
I've seen the one where he gets divorced and he's
I'm
selling
still-
everything
I'm
in his
still
house.
on
Everything must go.
Casa Mi
Everything
Madre.
must go.
Yeah, that one's
Oh,
not
yeah, you
bad.
told me we talked about that.
Yeah,
It's
Casa Mi Madre
off-brand
is
for
good.
him. It's not your usual Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
for-
I actually do like Daddy's Home though.
Daddy's Home is good. Anything with him with Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
I love, and I love the other guys. The other guys.
The other
is
guys
another
is great.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Daddy's Home and I like Daddy's Home 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Because
that was good.
I always love the thermostat scene. The thermostat
Yeah.
scene is one of the funniest
Yes,
scenes
the
ever.
thermostat is a sacred thing. I cannot believe we're talking about this right now. He's like,
He's like, oh, even he has his house in order. Where are you? So
well,
funny.
that just made me mad too. I felt their anger because the daughter was like, "Oh yeah, I sleep with my window open and I get cold." she puts up the thermostat. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm that old. I'm actually like feeling how anger that is." I'm just like,
It's a relatable anger
yeah, it's
now.
so relatable. I understand it now. Like, I would always thought my dad was just crazy. I'm just like, no, I feel your pain.
So, still on Christopher Nolan, his cast is growing for his next film. Right now, confirmed are Tom Holland, Zendaya, Matt Damon, Anne Hathaway, Lupita Nyong'o, and Robert Pattinson.
Oh, so it's a Marvel movie.
It's-
That's what it sounds
it's-
like. This is the
Well,
Marvel
no,
movie.
they're all people he's worked
He
with.
No. When did he work with Tom Holland?
He's new, and I
and
think
Zendaya.
Lupita Nyong'o
And Zendaya.
and Zendaya. So the only ones are Damon
He's working with Robert
Hathaway
Pattinson on Tenet. Yeah.
and Robert Pattinson. Yeah. So those are
Lupita
the.
Nyong'o, what was he? I don't think he's worked with her.
She hasn't. No.
Yeah, it's a Marvel movie. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. Surprise.
It's a secret Marvel movie.
It's interesting though because you can kind of see where the connections are, where he may have been talking to Tom,
Yeah.
or he was talking to other people and going like, "Hey, I like so and so stuff," and then going like, "I have her phone number."
We'll see how many young actors he got on Oppenheimer. I think Tom Holland was a name in that, but I think what it was is scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
He was doing Spider-Man movies. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Right when Oppenheimer was coming out, that would have been right.
I think
around
Tom
the time.
Holland would have played Josh Peck's character.
Yeah.
In Oppenheimer.
Yeah, probably.
It makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like Josh Peck's character was supposed to be bigger with how much was like.
With the marketing, yeah, they put him in the trailer like
He was in the trailer and
few
everything like
times.
that.
It's the young audience attraction. I feel like he didn't play anything. He was marketed because like
Josh.
yeah, basically
Peck, yeah.
Josh
Bro,
without
Jo-
Drake.
I feel bad for Josh. Like he's a good actor.
They were like,
man.
bro,
He's-
Josh
he's-
made the atomic bomb.
right.
Speaking about Josh Brolin says he'll quit acting if Dennis Villeneuve doesn't get an Oscar nomination for Dune 2. If the Academy Awards have any meaning whatsoever, they'll recognize him.
Josh Brolin's not.
They don't.
He's not gonna.
He's not going to quit.
Yeah.
I think Dune
He's
2
not
will
gonna
get a
get an
nomination.
Oscar for Dune.
Yo, I
Why,
wanna
why am I
see
going
this
to stop
documentary,
getting
though.
money?
Which one?
The Josh Brolin one. He has a documentary
About?
about him.
Yeah.
Oh really? Oh, I'll watch that.
Is it Brolin on Brolin?
Hot.
His
Brolin on Brolin. It's just him interviewing himself, talking about his own life.
Right.
So I'm going to send you a photo of this bit of news because I can kind of see the
Just
remote.
put it in the chat.
I will. Elijah Woods reveals that Peter Jackson designed an orc in The Lord of the Rings to resemble Harvey Weinstein.
That's
So
a
there's
reach.
there's a specific
I feel
orc.
like that's
and-
a reach.
In-
You
in
do
all
the side
fairness-
I
by
never saw a
side.
fat orc.
And I did.
There is one. I'll send it in the chat. I'll be on
in
there.
all
but-
fairness, Harvey Weinstein already has orc traits.
Yeah.
So I
Orc
mean,
energy.
like, well, he has orc energy, but also
sure.
just like his build, like just
Yeah.
like he has like Jabba the Hutt, orc energy. So I could totally see that. Yeah. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Jabba the Hutt orc. Imagine they had a baby together. That'd be
Oh my God.
crazy, dude.
A Jabba the Hutt orc.
Ugh.
Ununaku.
So, Superman will reportedly release a trailer mid-December. It is expected to appear in theaters alongside Mufasa the Lion King.
Wait, what?
So, Superman will have a trailer drop next month,
Okay.
Oh, so
and it's going to be
in front of
in
in front of the
Mufasa?
Mufasa movie.
So I guess we're going
This
to
is
see
per
Mufasa.
Collider.
God dang it, man! We gotta watch Mufasa.
No, you don't
No,
have to.
we can
just,
watch,
Just
yeah.
show up for the trailers. Pay $5 on a Tuesday. Show up and then bounce.
Well, we're A-listers, so we don't pay anything.
Oh my God, you elitist piece of crap! We think you're an A-lister.
Hey,
You know
first
what's
off,
funny is that we were just
whenever-
talking about that last night.
I'm an A-lister.
Yeah.
I can just walk in wherever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we
I
can.
love-
Do you know
I
what they love to throw around?
Peasants.
The
I
word
love-
Peasants.
Hold on. I love that I used it once, and Brian thought it was the funniest thing in the world.
'Cause
and
it's
he was
funny.
so offended by it that he then bought A-List.
Yeah.
Because we
changed
went
my
to
life.
we went to A-List one time.
Yeah.
And they weren't A-List members. And they were gonna go walk into the line and then everything else. And as soon as we walked in, they were going into the peasant line for snacks. And then I was like, "Oh, you guys aren't A-listers?" And they're like, "No, we just
We're just
here to
bought it,
watch
yeah.
the movie. Yeah,
We actually bought our tickets, yeah.
we bought our tickets." And I was like, huh, "Peasants."
So Brian
gonna
took
be
that
over
as a
here.
personal attack.
Yeah, Brian took it as a personal attack and immediately bought an A-list.
Which is
a week later.
honestly, it's a sibling thing to do. It's a sibling, 100%.
Yeah.
You guys are
I saw the life of the lords in the castle, and I said, I want that, and I bought my own castle.
Yeah.
I just want to
That's
be
the move.
included, so I just fork up $25.
Because you're the middle child. You have to be. You have to. They're not going to include you. You have to include yourself. It's the
Yeah.
curse of the middle child.
Yes.
And then Sean over here buys his stuff yesterday, and I scan the points. Or I scan for the points.
I know.
And
He's
Sean
paid
goes just like, why are you taking the points? And I'm like, because you're not going to use them.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Are you just going to go away? Give me the points.
I was just giving
You
you
used
a
the line. You used our line.
Mm-hmm.
I was just giving you a
Our
hard
line.
time
That
about
sounded
it.
so wrong.
That's where it starts, baby.
Yeah.
Half and a half.
Welcome to
thoughts.
Counts America.
You don't belong in here. You don't belong in here.
How did that make you feel, Brian?
You stole his points. You steal his points.
Yeah.
And then you're like, no, back to your line. Back to your line.
This is how I get
All
treated.
right. Well,
This
that's,
is how you-
that's
and then,
going to
like,
get cut and taken out of
right?
context.
Yeah.
Listen, all
No,
I
don't
know
cut
is-
that out. No,
it's
that
not-
stays in.
No,
this stays in.
No, it stays in. It's fine.
Everybody needs to know.
All
It's just
I know-
someone's going to cut it like
all-
5
all-
years down the line right now. I was like,
all
you're
I
talking
know
about lines?
Is that when you said that, it immediately made me think of water fountains.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not.
Oh my God, we're going back to fluoride. Let's go.
Let's put our tinfoil hats on, kids.
Do you get soda when you go to movie theater?
Yeah.
Fluoride.
The slushy. I actually get the slushy. I don't get.
Did you
Where
get a
does the
slushy
Where does
yesterday?
the water come from?
Wait, did you get a slushy yesterday?
Yeah, where does the water come from?
Yeah.
Wait, did you pay for a slushie or did you get a soda?
No, he got a
and
soda.
then-
No, he has to pay, dude. He doesn't get the
I got
points.
the, I got the soda.
Oh, yeah, and then filled it
And
up
then,
with
he
the
filled it,
icy.
and then he
yeah.
filled it with a slushie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Am I
then
not
halfway-
supposed to do that?
No,
No.
you're not.
No, you're
It's
supposed to
2 different
buy
cups.
an icy, and then they give you
It's
the
a
clear
smaller-
one.
He doesn't know this.
Smaller
He's a
cup.
peasant. He doesn't understand.
It's a smaller cup. That's why. That's why whenever me and Rene do it,
Peasant mentality.
we fill it with a drink,
Uh-huh.
and then we do the.
Oh,
But mind you, they're the same price.
I want to see them.
Noel
If
was
it's the
too
same
into
price,
that.
And if they want to worry
He was
about
too
that,
comfortable saying it. Like,
Whatever.
Noel, he was like, as soon as I said, oh yeah, you get the clear cup, and stuff like that. And he goes, that's peasant mentality.
And I-
And he just, but he said it with such confidence and such
sorry.
deliver.
You know what? You know
Look,
what?
I don't go to the movies
Noel's not
anymore.
an A-lister, but he's our court jester.
He
He comes in and goes,
I don't know these things. I don't go to the movies anymore.
it's okay.
Yeah,
That's
no.
why
All
we
the
bring you
movies
along.
suck
We
now.
bring
Yeah.
you. We
Yeah.
invite you in. You can.
Dude,
you can.
he walked
Oh.
out of that movie.
Oh,
I was
The
walking out of.
the
I was
reason why
killing
he got
time
out-
to get out of
The
that
reason
movie. I
why
was
he
falling
went up to
asleep.
go refill drinks
Yeah.
is because he was bored.
I was
Oh,
starting to fall
That's why
asleep.
he
I was
walked
starting
so
to
that's
fall
why you
asleep.
took Nick's drink and refilled it too.
Yeah, I was like,
Actually-
hey, you want a drink? Because
He was like, "I'm not coming back."
You guys just reminded me.
just gonna go get.
We've had this conversation before. I like bad movies.
I like
yeah,
bad
yeah,
movies
yeah.
too.
I like bad
That's
movies.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll
You
get
say
there.
this.
We're gonna get
honestly
there.
You say
felt
this.
like I wasted
Because I
my
enjoyed
money.
The Crow.
Yeah.
We're-
I was just gonna say that. I love how he looked at Nick.
We get to have that conversation.
Yes, we're gonna have that
Also,
conversation
shame
on the
you.
podcast.
Shame on you for not liking The Core. There's something wrong with you deep in your heart.
Eat my ass.
Present it.
The core.
All right, hold on
I
one second.
still haven't finished it.
Hang
John
on,
and I, we
wait,
have not
hang on,
finished.
wait. First off, The Crow. I just have so many questions. Also, The Core is awesome.
We've
Yeah, I know.
talked about
It's
this.
The Core.
It-
Come on,
Core.
dude. Hot Pockets and Xena Warrior Princess. Come on.
Hot Pockets.
That's what saved the world. That's what
saved
saves the world.
It's true.
I would know if I finished
Yeah.
the movie.
Yeah, you would know. Why do you like The Crow?
Because it's terrible.
No, this is going to be a half-hour conversation.
It's a terrible movie.
Hold on, you.
I paid
But
$5
We'll put a
okay.
pin in this.
Hold on, but you're saying you like it because it was terrible.
because there's.
So you agree it was terrible.
Look, what
Okay,
what am I
yep.
expecting? The Crow 3? The
He
Crow
likes-
4?
he likes
It's
bad
better than all
movies.
both
Yeah, I know,
those
but
things.
that's
He liked
but that's
that
what I'm
it
saying
was
though.
bad.
You liked it because it was bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then
okay.
I can.
And because of that, I walked in and there's things about it that I liked.
I don't know what you liked, but okay. I'm gonna hear. I liked it because it was bad, and I'll stick with that.
Yeah.
Hold on to that.
I
That's
paid
right.
$5.
That's good justification right there.
That's
And I saw a wonderful like
That's
Gen
the re-
Alpha movie about like whatever was
Gen
going on.
Alpha movie.
That's whatever was going on.
And
You
the
got
Crow-
transplants in LA doing drugs. They get all like weird.
Transplants in LA.
That's what they are.
They are.
It's a whole conversation
my
about nepo
gosh.
babies, and they're just
Oh
like,
my
"Oh,
gosh,
my
yeah.
family is so well off, and I'm gonna do drugs. Oh no, she died. I gotta seek revenge for whatever reason." It's the same with the first movie. It's the same thing. City of Angels is the best one. That's the best one.
Oh,
Best one. Best one. First one. Okay, it's fine. Whatever.
City of
City of
Angels.
Angels?
This is the
yeah.
best one.
City of Angels is the second one.
yeah.
With
that's
Iggy
what-
Pop, right?
In,
Yeah.
in all fairness, at least it's not the David Boreanaz one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I'm thinking. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
yeah.
that's
So-
Wicked Prayer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wicked
so
Prayer.
so the
Yeah.
new one,
thinking of.
That's
that
Edward
new one,
Furlong.
better than the 3 and 4 and whatever.
Yeah.
Hands down, that was better. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first one. No way. Not as good as the second one. The second
Two?
was the best one.
No.
But
Two's
definitely better than 3 and 4.
Do you know the original idea for
Do I have to
the
cut you? Like,
the original idea for
ADHD
Wicked Prayer
powers
was
activate.
supposed to be a woman Native American crow
for which one?
for the fourth one that they
the
did
movie?
for the Wicked Prayer that was now it's the Edward Furlong.
Dude, that would have
one.
been sick.
Yeah, that was the original idea,
A Native
and then for some,
American?
yeah, a Native American female was supposed to be the
Wow,
crow.
that would have made
Why
so
did
much
they
more
It
change
would-
sense.
it?
They changed it last minute for some reason.
That would
I
have
don't
made
know
so
why.
much more sense.
Yeah, I think what it was is that they
it
wanted
Ed-
more. They wanted not star power, but at least known actors that people can at least want to go see
But
this movie.
isn't that kind of like the thing? It's kind of what that is, right?
Hmm.
Because David Boreanaz is like this, like he's like this weird sage, like,
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, he's
then-
into, like, dark magic and
yeah.
stuff
And then
like that.
Furlong is a Native American. He lives in like the tribe that's
The
nearby.
Ritz.
That's
yeah.
the thing, and they just switched it out with that. That it was
I think
supposed
that
to
would
be
have been dope.
It was supposed to be more authentic, but I think what it was is that again, it was during the time where they were just casting white
Who
people
produced that one, Brian?
in that.
Who what?
The fourth Pro movie. Was that,
I don't
was
know,
that
I can look it
Miramax?
Yeah,
It was Miramax.
while he
Probably
looks it up,
Miramax.
I'll make one last point and then I'll move on.
Yeah.
The newest Crow is a Channel 13 UPN Saturday weekend movie. And that's what I liked about it.
It's too violent.
That's what I liked about it. It had an opera fighting scene. I
No.
love that.
Because you know why? Because even if I were to watch something on the Hallmark Channel, at least that one made sense. That has like
Hallmark?
a Hallmark movie at least has a plot.
Yeah,
Dang.
God is driving them to do
fact
that.
you're comparing a Crow movie to a Hallmark movie.
That one at least has a beginning, middle, and an end.
Ouch.
So-
and character
Ouch.
development of some kind.
Wicked
How much-
Prayer was produced by Pressman Films, Jeff Mills Productions, Fabu Films, and distributed by Dimension Films.
Oh,
Dimension.
Dimension. That was right. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Are you guys done with the Crow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I
think so.
which one?
No, I'm
He just
kidding.
he likes terrible movies. That's it.
Yeah.
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 I-
There's a
I can
I'll
lot
live
of
with
gladly
that.
pay $5.
There's
to have
a
good
lot
time.
of disdain in that. He likes terrible movies. It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. $5.
gonna live with
Have
it.
a good time. It's better than Beetlejuice. Better than Beetlejuice.
He's gonna go.
Beetlejuice 2?
No.
Noel, you're gonna
Hot
you're gonna make
takes, I
Nick
like it.
go home and scream in a pillow.
Did you just say that Crow 2? I mean, the Crow was better than Beetlejuice
What was
2?
Monica Bellucci doing the whole movie?
No,
Absolutely
nothing.
nothing. Just
Hold on,
walking
wait, wait, wait.
around. She's just walking around.
And what was Eric Draven doing?
Walking around.
With a crow.
Yeah, but at least he had swords.
No,
At
second
the
time.
end,
Yeah. And Monica Bellucci walked around.
which one? She was sucking dudes off.
Hey, commentary, because they are dating.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She was walking around sucking dudes off. She was just like, oh, hey,
Yeah, the movie's deeper than I thought. I'm gonna have to rewatch it with this filter.
there you go.
Scott Pilgrim anime is officially done.
Wait, what?
The Scott Pilgrim anime is officially done on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Netflix did not pick up a season 2. This is per Brian O'Malley.
That's too bad.
Honestly,
Season 2. Wait, what?
no, I'm on the same boat. There's no
Okay.
need for a season 2. I don't know what people are talking about.
What would they have done in season?
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What,
It's just stupid
Ramona
people
and
wanting
Scott
things that
go
don't
through a
matter.
Breakup?
Yeah, no.
That
just-
he becomes an evil ex?
Well, that's not what happens in the comic, though. Right?
No,
Look,
no,
man,
it just ends there.
Just
but that's
let
what
it
I'm saying.
die. It's fine. We got enough
just-
Scott Pilgrim.
It's just
Do we though?
this new generation. It's just I want more. I want
Then
more.
go read. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. It's
James
true.
Gunn confirms Deathstroke is planned to appear in the DCU. It was previously reported there is a film in the works that also features Bane. James Gunn also confirmed that Alan Tudyk will be Clayface in upcoming projects.
Awesome.
So he is. Honestly,
am so
I don't.
excited for
which
that.
is funny
I'm not
because I feel
shocked.
no,
Yeah.
but I'm surprised, but also not surprised
He did a
because he
really
did a really good job in Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
I love it because they were doing press for Creature Commandos, and he was talking about it because I think he's playing Frankenstein.
Alan Tudyk,
In Creature Commandos, he's playing Frankenstein.
No, isn't that David Arbor?
Is it David Arbor?
It's David Arbor,
Okay,
yeah.
so Alan Tudyk
Google.
has a voice in Creature Commandos.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I don't know
Of course,
who.
of course
I-
he would.
Yeah, because it's Alan Tudyk.
Anyway.
But anyway, the whole thing was, I guess this tweet
Doctor
came out.
Dr. Phosphorus.
Okay, so I guess that conversation had happened right before the interview, and then he then goes, "Well, it's out now, so I guess I can talk about it because James already mentioned it. I'm playing Clayface in both the animated and also live action, and this one's gonna be a lot crazier. Like he's gonna be he's gonna be like
a serious
serial
Clay. Yeah.
like a serious serial killer Clayface." And then he then did it in the room where he was like, instead of this, it's gonna be more of this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Like I'm in. I'm 100% in.
I don't like seeing Alan Tudyk do his voices in with his face because I can't. I don't. It's something like my brain doesn't make the connection. I love his voice acting, love it, but I can't associate his face with the voices because he's got so much range in like the different
does.
projects
So
he does.
you can't do it because he's too good.
He's too good.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. It's like a weird complaint, but
No, it is
yeah.
a weird complaint. But
Yeah.
okay, let's move
Yeah.
forward.
But I just can't associate.
He's too good of his job, and I hate it.
How dare
No, I don't
you.
hate it. I just can't associate.
because he's so good.
He's just too good.
Looking.
The voice cracks
A24
out.
announces that they're releasing
Hold
a
on, real quick, before we move on, because it's also DC news. He was talking about how everything. James Gunn was talking about how he was going to make season 1 of Peacemaker make sense.
yes.
He said that everything in Peacemaker 1 happened in the DCU. He goes,
Except the
everything
Justice League part.
except for the ending part where the Justice League shows up. He
Okay.
goes, that's
But he's gonna
it.
explain it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
love
goes, there-
Peacemaker. That was such a good show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he goes,
so
so
good.
everything that happened in that happened. Not only that, but also anything that happens after Creature Commandos
Is
has
canon.
happened. So anything that happened in Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos,
And the Isekai one?
I don't know about
No,
the
not
Isekai.
Isekai.
No,
That was
Isekai's not in it.
Japanese.
No, no,
Okay.
no, that's
That's
the, yeah.
That's also not under
Okay.
James Gunn's supervision.
Oh, it's not.
I don't
okay.
think
Yeah,
so.
but-
Not under James
but-
Gunn and Peter
But-
Safran.
But yeah, but that's what he's saying. He's saying that the Suicide Squad movie, Peacemaker, and then Creature Commandos, those are the first 3 that are like really starting off the DC universe.
Cool, setting the groundwork.
Yeah, these are starting it off. He goes, and Peacemaker 1 does take place. Just that end scene is cut. He
I
goes,
like-
that's the only thing I cut from it.
I like how people need to be told stuff like that because to me, I'm like, why?
Because we're peasants,
Because-
we don't
because-
understand.
No,
we
but
don't
it's
understand
like,
these things.
but it's like, I don't know. It's because it's to me, it's like, okay, cool, yeah, like he's gonna explain the Justice League. I'm like, he doesn't really need to. It's his projects.
I
That's the
think
thing.
People want to be spoon fed, you know.
But
put
then
their
they all
concerns
get
at
canceled.
ease.
Like so
yeah.
we go through all these like news like updates, and then only to find out that this series got canceled, this movie got
Of
canceled,
course.
this show
Well,
got
because
canceled.
like to me, it's like it's the same
It's a
reason why I
hiatus.
get mad at
Yeah.
when people are like, oh, the Netflix Marvel shows are now connected to the MCU. They've always been connected.
Yeah.
They always have.
in the
Just-
in the Netflix one. They
Yeah.
mentioned the acts of
Yeah.
Avengers.
yeah.
You just have to. I get your frustration with it, but again, you're associating with people that have little to no knowledge of this stuff. They don't care.
So they're
as much
peasants?
as peasant mentality. You know? They don't care as much as we do, and they jump on board because it's a pop thing to do.
No,
It's the popular thing.
I'm saying is like I don't care that I need to be told that. That's the thing. I can already put the things together. That's the thing.
You want to discover these things on your own.
No, not that. It's just I don't. Again,
he's pretty sure that by watching season 2 of Peacemaker, he would have figured.
Yeah,
it out.
exactly.
I would have. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not. Again, I don't need to be
We're not
shown
dumb.
or
Like
told.
you're interested,
told
but
it.
also uninterested.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter to you.
I mean, but
is what
it's a very interesting thing for James Gunn to go like, oh yeah, everything that I've basically worked on is all canon.
Yeah.
Well, I think for me, again, personally, it's just because when people come up to me because I work at a comic book store, they go like, "Oh, did you hear what happened?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, aren't you excited?"
Oh,
I already
yeah.
knew that. That's the thing. I'm like, yeah. When people say like, "Oh yeah, Daredevil Born Again," that's finally gonna connect. It's always been connected. I'm just like, I'm so done. Like,
Are you becoming the comic book guy from The Simpsons?
yes, I am.
Wow.
I think
No.
at some point we all started to become that. I think Sean will get there soon. But like for me, I don't like at my work. I have a couple people that like talk to me about comic book stuff, and I'm like, "You should talk about this on the show." I'm like, "You're not going to tell me what I'm going to talk about." And second, I know where to get my news. You're getting it from like 4chan or Reddit or something.
I'm a comic book guy for video games.
Yeah, that's fine. But you'll
not
get
comic books.
you'll get to the part where we're at, where we're like, okay, don't talk to us about this stuff if you're getting your sources from like God knows what.
I love everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
For sure.
if
I don't.
I've heard.
I
I've
don't
heard
love
people
everything.
say things and stuff like that. And so,
Yeah, it's fine.
You never-
Anyways,
you never know.
A24 starting to they
hate
are
A24
starting a chocolate brand called Movie Chocolate. The first 3 flavors confirmed are fizzy fountain soda, which is root beer flavor and
does it
popping
taste like
candy.
Hereditary? Does it taste like The Witch?
Midsummer, popcorn and candy, which is popcorn and candy coated chocolate
tripping out on
mix-ins,
Midsummer.
and salty peanut crunch, which is salty whole peanuts and caramel crunch.
I feel like
one's
this is
Hereditary.
unnecessary. It's very unnecessary.
It's
feel like
unnecessary.
It's so unnecessary.
They got money.
That's such a missed opportunity. You could have named each chocolate after your movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I
I would
like
have been more
the
inclined.
Hereditary
I'd be
bar,
curious,
the Midsummer. I like the Witch bar.
Yeah.
The Witch bar, I'll take that one.
Right. The Midsummer Bar, you know what? I'm going to skip that one because I was gone for a whole day after that.
I just wanted to go like, can I get the tusk?
Can I get the everything everywhere all at once?
yeah, that has just like everything. It has everything in that one. Yeah.
I wanna
That's
pound
not a
the
chocolate bar.
Annihilation,
That's a
please.
bucket of just everything in there.
What is it? A whatchamacallit bar?
No, the
Yeah!
everything.
Dude,
No,
those are
the
good.
everything
Dude, I
everywhere
love that
all
one.
at once is just a single everything bagel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
mhm.
that's what it is.
Just bad gas.
With the cream cheese.
That's all I
With the
hear
cream
is
cheese.
just bad breath and bad gas. Who gets that?
Right?
That's gross.
And the last piece of news, we'll end it on food news. The McRib is back on December 3rd, and
Oh, I saw
McDonald's
this.
will be selling a limited edition half-gallon jug of the McRib sauce for only $20 online starting November 25th.
I will say this: the McRib sauce is not bad, but the McRib is just garbage.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to know who's gonna buy this.
I'll buy it.
I'll buy it.
There are people that are hardcore McRib fans. They literally wait.
There is a
Yeah.
cult
Actually, I don't.
following
Yeah,
for that.
I don't like
thing,
the
yeah.
McRib, but the fact I can get a half gallon of the sauce just to fuck around with,
I know.
100%.
Do we just do we all pull in money and get the
Wait,
McRib
how much
sauce?
is it?
$20.
It's only 20.
Like,
Yeah,
can
only
you
20.
put the sauce? Like, I would like to put it on pizza, for example. I'm very curious
you
on how
can,
that would
you
be.
can do your own barbecue. With
Do my
it.
own
Yeah.
barbecue. Interested, curious, right? Curious. Maybe some pastry. See how that works
How
out.
about you just buy a good barbecue sauce?
No, I make my
that
own
you-
barbecue sauce.
Okay,
That's
then.
what I'm saying. I do
Okay.
too.
Yeah, but if
You
the
don't have
fact
to
that I
buy
can just
this.
get it,
You
it's
don't
like
have to buy
it's like when you
this.
get the Chick-fil-A sauce and you just get the big old tub.
I don't get Chick-fil-A sauce.
No.
Chick-fil-A sauce is okay.
I don't
We
eat
don't go to
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
But your problem is that you're asking us to get good barbecue sauce. We're not looking for good barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I'm
for
just
the
looking for
McRib
sweet
sauce.
baby rays.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all I
Yes,
want.
that-
Like,
But
That's the only one
But
you
what's
need.
the
That's the
problem with
only
just
one.
getting McRib sauce? Just let it's $20.
There is no problem.
fluoride free.
There is. Well, you use water to make it, right?
Wait, is that in the ingredients?
It's listed in the ingredients: water,
fluoride.
What does it say?
Is it in there?
There's fluoride in the water.
Water,
It doesn't say
fluoride,
fluoride.
and right next to water is fluoride.
I don't
Florida
care.
is a top one.
I don't care if you buy it. I'm just gonna give you a weird look for buying it. That's all.
Ooh,
This
ooh.
is like,
Wait, isn't
Oh god,
isn't
the
isn't-
look.
Isn't the barbecue sauce the same one that you just get in the package?
No, the
No.
McRib sauce is
It's
different.
different.
I feel like it's the same.
Oh,
You want-
only
you
one way
want-
to find
it
out.
Probably
Only
is,
one way
and
to
they have
find
an
out.
XS7. They're like, guys, we need to get rid of it. Let's slap a McRib sauce sticker on it and sell it for $20.
Dude,
That's
I-
fine.
We're off it.
Because do you really think they're gonna make a different sauce?
No.
A
Yes.
different barbecue
No,
sauce?
they would have
Okay,
done.
Noel,
they
here's
would
what
have
we
done
do.
that with
Yeah,
the
We get the
Szechuan
gallon
sauce.
of we get the half gallon of
what I'm saying.
McRib
They wouldn't
sauce.
have made a big
I'm
stink
locked in.
about it.
Go ahead.
So of course
I'm
they're not
listening.
gonna make it.
And then what we do
No.
is we get the barbecue sauce and we blindfold Nick,
Oh, I'm
and we
with
feed
this.
him 3 different sauce packets.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
you
God!
should
I thought
tell
you were
them-
gonna say
no.
we're gonna put it on 3 different weenies.
No.
By
no.
the way-
but no.
just thinking
Listen. A McRib sauce on the hot dog. That sounds pretty good.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll use the hot dogs. We'll like a McRib sauce.
We won't give him the bun. We'll just stuff the wiener in.
Yeah. So we'll blindfold you and tie down your hands, and then we'll put.
Perfectly naturally tied hands
Make sure
down
it's
against your
lubed
will.
up.
Hey,
The three sauces are
listen.
McRib sauce, barbecue sauce, and Sweet Baby Ray's.
Listen,
Yeah,
all-
and then you have to tell us which
all-
one's better and which one is which.
And if you
Performing
guess them all
CNC
wrong,
at
we
this
dip one in habanero.
Listen, at that point, I'm just going like, why does this weenie have foreskin? This is weird.
Oh, I forgot to pull it back.
what store did you go to?
Oh my god!
I went to the Natural Deli. It still has that little.
It has the
casing.
casing
Yeah,
on it. It
casing.
has the casing.
You need to tell them that we're eating nuggets wrong.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
mean?
What?
We're eating chicken
We're
nuggets
eating chicken
wrong.
nuggets wrong.
We'll eat
Did you
chicken
guys,
nuggets.
Did you guys nuts? You guys probably. I
What'd you
don't know if you
say?
saw it.
Do you de-skin the nuggets?
No.
You
Oh,
just,
okay.
just
No,
let
no,
them
no,
cook.
no.
Well,
Okay,
fine.
so
Break it
so
down.
they were having a meeting with the CEO of McDonald's,
Okay.
and while they're there, they're sitting there and they have
They
like all these
peel
like
the McNugget.
no. So they have what was it? So they actually
It's
have
even
like
more
the
wild.
food. They have food sitting there and everything like that. And as he's interviewing, he then grabs the small box of 6 McNuggets. He has nuggets there and he gets it. And then you then see him and he opens up the packet and he just crushes the packet into the box.
Oh, and then he shakes the sauce.
Oh yeah,
in
I've
there.
seen that.
Yeah. And then he shakes it, and then the guy was like, "Oh, why would you do that? Like, what are
bothers
you
me.
what are you doing?" And then
hate
he goes, "That's no." But what he was saying is, he goes, "That's why the box is shaped that way.
Yeah.
the box is shaped
So
that way,
it's
so
a
you can shake
shaker.
it. It's a shaking box."
This is the guy that made the nuggets, or who is this guy?
No,
It's
this
the
is
CEO
CEO.
of McDonald's.
Well, so
CEO of
if this was the
McDonald's.
way to do it, why did he wait this long to speak out?
he said that isn't that just how everybody eats them?
No.
Yeah, he thought everyone did.
That's
Wow.
he was calling the other guy.
So
weird.
you're gonna
He was
get your
calling us
hand-
peasants.
You're gonna get your hand.
what he was saying was, you dipping? That's peasant mentality.
Oh my God.
Peasant. You thought you had a dip? You're a peasant. That's sure.
But why doesn't it come with the fork?
Huh?
Why does it come with the fork?
Oh
Because
yeah.
we don't need forks.
'Cause you got-
in this
'cause it's
in this
McDonald's.
America, we don't need forks.
Cause it's finger looking good.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
That's KFC.
I'm licking it.
There were 2 different logos going on. Right? Different
I
things.
love it.
Finger
I love
looking
it.
good KFC.
I'm licking it.
Well, that brings us to the end of comic strips, ladies and gentlemen. We went to go watch Gladiator II last night. I don't know if we want to talk real quick about it. Sean, you're not talking about this.
Are you not entertained?
No, you weren't.
You know, I don't want to watch that movie. You asked me earlier. I don't want to watch
Yeah,
it.
it's fine.
In all fair, okay. So here was my thing. So
It was okay.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah, it's okay.
At no point does it have the same like awesome moments that the first one did.
Thin coat of gladiator paint on this movie.
Yes,
Thin coat of gladiator
that's my.
paint.
I feel like that's my big thing, because there is no like really big moment of like, are you not entertained?
Yeah.
Or like
the cinematography was nothing even comparing to
I-
how it
Ooh,
was shot.
no.
Older.
No. So here was the one thing I did kind of feel, because Sean brought it up to me right after I thought it, and I was like, no, that is I do agree. There was a couple of scenes that I felt either were trimmed
Yeah.
and they were cut prematurely, or like there was a jump cut where I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
So
when the mom is walking into the house, and it's this really long walk, and then it's her into the house making another long walk into somewhere. Like, we just could have gotten
Her walking into the first
walking
place.
into the first place. There was no reason for these 30 seconds that you wasted of my life for this 2.5 hour movie to then make a transition like this, and it's littered with it throughout the
Well,
movie.
the other one I thought was interesting is when
shaky
she's
cam.
talking to Denzel Washington, and like they have like a quick 2-minute scene.
Yeah.
And then it cuts really quick, and then Denzel Washington and her are in 2 different places.
Well, don't you guys know this is a Ridley Scott movie, so he's gonna come out with a director's cut of this.
Yeah,
Well,
well, like 7
obviously.
different versions.
no,
But I do
actually,
have-
he said that
5.5
this version
hours
of the
long.
movie is it.
yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
And I was talking about this earlier. The biggest issue with the first Gladiator, and I love that movie, is the gibberish song.
yes.
Yeah, the gibber. So like the
They
song.
went hard. They doubled down on this one.
So there's
because
more
there's-
gibberish
there is
singing?
way
Oh,
more.
no.
Oh wait,
no.
the song when he's walking into the field of reeds.
Yeah, it's all fake. That's all gibberish.
So my thing for that one was, and I did kind of I did understand it, but also I was like, I don't know why they pushed away and they were going, okay, let's go more towards the ferryman.
Yeah.
When the
the
symbol-
river of Styx.
Like, why did we go towards the River of Styx when we already showed that?
And they're in Africa too, mind you.
Yeah.
So where would he get these correlations for?
Like the River of Styx.
Afterlife.
Instead, wouldn't it have been the fields
So
of reeds?
I'm not gonna defend
Greek,
it.
That's Greek mythology right there.
he's from that area.
He is. So this isn't a defense. There's a lot of connecting pieces which I do kind of find annoying, but in this movie there were things that were said to kind of fix discrepancies. So like the first part was when Anno was told, so what's your native language? I speak many languages.
Yes.
They're speaking English, but you're left to assume that they're speaking Greek or Roman or whatever it is, right?
Greco-Roman.
Yeah, something like that. So you're kind of left to assume that there's a translation there. The other thing is that they do reference other cultures: Persia, not Austria, India. But what's the other one?
Africa's.
But it was multicultural.
It was-
It was multicultural.
It was the brother saying to Pedro Pascal's character, "You've conquered Persia,
India. And they
No, he said that Persia and India are next. You've already conquered the Africas.
and one other one.
But
Yeah.
the point that I'm trying to get
You've
to
already
is
done
that
the free cities.
there's more cultural references in this one because they do reference the Greeks. And so that's probably where that correlation is, because bear in mind, Roman mythology is
a
borrowed
reach,
from
but
Greek
it's-
mythology.
Sounds like to me you guys should be also mad that there's a black Viking in How to Train Your Dragon 2.
No, my only thing that like I was kind of like about is that
It should
I
have
don't
been
understand.
Mexican, to be
Because
honest.
for the first one, you understand how Commodus comes to power. Because he kills his dad and then he is the next in line. Okay, cool. That's what happens. I don't understand how these two idiots become in power.
For 16 years,
Yeah, for
they've
like-
been in power.
No. It was 16 years apiece, and then they came to power.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand how everybody hates them and everything else. But I don't know how they came to power. And it's
In
just
some way,
they
you have
got
to
to
assume
power.
that
How
the
are they
Senate were
related?
given the power again, and then they voted 2 more emperors that were not
Well,
meant to
I-
run.
for Rome and Greece, that only happens in times of strife. Like,
Yeah,
there
so
was some
it
kind of
doesn't make any
strife.
sense. So
I'm gonna
look,
use the restroom real quick.
okay, so I'm gonna say this because I feel like there's a lot of negative to this movie, and Rene and I were talking before you guys showed up to the shop. We both, Rene, you're in the middle between
Yeah.
my thoughts and their thoughts. So I think you would rate it a 7 out of 10, right?
I would give it at least a 7. I was entertained. I liked it. The story was good. I like
What was your
overall.
main fun part for?
And I will say this: I am not a history person. I don't give a shit about history half the time. I know that's something that we need to learn so we don't repeat itself. It looks like we're we need to do
We're
that now.
doing
But overall, I mean, I had fun. It was great. Denzel Washington was a great character in it. I liked his character arc from the beginning, middle, and end. I liked also Pedro Pascal's character was good, especially because we had these two characters that have almost the same goal
Yeah.
at the end of the day, but they're still colliding because one character has qualms with Pedro Pascal's character and stuff like that. And it was really interesting because the movie, when you watch the trailers or watch the marketing for this movie, it shows you that you want to see these two characters fight, but then when you watch the movie, you don't want them to fight because you want Pedro Pascal's plan to go through and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't you talking? Tell them now.
So for me, it was because we both kind of agreed to this. It's the novella aspect that I really enjoyed. Like I get it. This movie isn't for everyone, and I'm not gonna argue with anyone that didn't like this movie. Right now, it's sitting at a 73 for critics and 83 for audiences, which I think is perfectly reasonable. I understand where the critics would say that this movie suffered in terms of story. I do find myself enjoying this type of movie more for plot because there's a lot of moving parts that I'm kind of like I can keep track of it. There's a lot of mess, but
There's no confusion. There really wasn't much confusion.
but it's a fun mess, and I enjoyed it. And I'm not one for brutality when it comes to movies. This brutality was very entertaining.
it was tame. I feel like it was kind of.
It was tamed, but like the movie started strong, especially when they were launching the attack, and one of the African soldiers gets nailed to
I heard
tribute.
you. I should go,
The ballista.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like
Right
it just
through
immediately when that happened, I was just kind of like watching, like, okay, it's pretty fun. Dude gets rammed with an arrow, and I go, oh! I think you heard me just like,
I think that was the worst death in the movie.
Oh
Possibly.
yeah.
no, the
Getting-
monkey for me.
Oh yeah, when they get bit by the bamboos.
yeah.
Yeah.
The monkey was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That
was
cool.
great.
Like
Yeah.
the build up, the beginning of the movie was awesome, and then
Yeah.
after the second act, I was like,
Okay, I got a question.
What's your
What's
question?
All right. Earlier I said that I didn't want to watch the movie. You guys are making me feel like I should watch this movie.
It's
good.
Wait. My question is, full price, matinee, or should I wait to stream it?
matinee.
so you're gonna get matinee for him.
my vote's
I think
matinee. Still
it's
see it in theaters. Don't deprive yourself of it.
Yeah.
See it in theaters, but go for the matinee.
if
Yeah,
Okay.
I think watching this in IMAX, you get to see the CGI, which is not great.
It's not
That's
great. The
thing.
CGI.
but
Bad.
you know what? I will argue that the CGI might not be good, but there's a lot of good. There's a lot of action sequences that are pretty good.
Yeah,
I think-
action
well,
sequences, but like.
what's your
when
vote?
There's one scene that when they showed young Lucian, being taken away from his mom. And the soldier that puts him on the horse, I thought they were gonna
was
go back
Victus.
to it, and I was wondering if that was gonna be.
It was Atticus.
Was it Atticus?
It was.
It's
Oh,
Pedro
okay.
Pascal's character.
That's what I was saying, but
They
it
just couldn't
looked
find
like
a young actor that looked
no,
like
no,
him.
but they tried to do like the
Yes.
whole de-aging thing, and you could tell it's so bad. But I thought they were gonna reverb to that scene, but they never did. That's the thing, and I think that was one of the scenes that, like you guys said, got cut. You know, they were like, okay, you know what, we can't. We'll just say that he knows who Lucian is
So-
and stuff like that.
To answer your question, if you can get matinee IMAX, go for matinee IMAX. I think this is a movie that does need to be seen in IMAX. If you watch it in laser, well, that's the thing is, I think again, it goes back to certain parts that you found entertaining and certain parts that I found entertaining. And again,
Sound
if
was good for it being an IMAX. Sound quality, awesome.
sound quality is
But
great,
The visuals, I could have done.
but like bear in mind how many of those visuals were CGI besides the bamboo and the Ocean Coliseum
The
fight.
naval battle when he gets his arm cut off.
In all
I mean,
fairness,
some of the
I
fire,
I was
pseudo
really
fire
hoping
effects.
I was really
I
hoping-
I have a full list.
for when he gets his arm chopped off that he was
Yeah.
gonna have a training day moment.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh, you think you're in charge? All right.
I wanted that Denzel slip,
Like,
you know.
because Denzel had I think Denzel Washington was the best part of the entire movie.
Yes, he brought a lot of great
And
character.
what my biggest gripe with this movie was that I felt that in Gladiator 1, Maximus is very much pushing the plot.
Yes.
The pot in number 2, the plot is being pushed around him. He's just
Yeah.
kind of there. Like,
He doesn't become the main focus until Act 3.
yeah, and then in order to do that, they then do a very lazy way of going, oh, by the way, Maximus was his dad. Lucian was, Maximus is his bastard son. And I was like, I understand that, yes, Maximus had a thing for his mom. It was always one of those things of like he had too much respect for his dad, for her dad to like really do anything to her. Not only that, but also, how is it that you met with him the night before he dies? And then they talked about his dad. They talked about the fact that, oh yeah, like all these other things were going to happen. And then she never mentions, hey, by the way, Lucian's your son. Like, you're protecting your son.
I think it's because so in Gladiator 1, there's a scene where whatever her name is, I forget, and Maximus are talking.
Yes.
And he asks her, "Oh, so I heard that you have a child.
Yes.
Oh, how old's your child?" It's 8, and they have this kind of like back and forth where there's like a mystery to it, kind of like, "Oh, the father, yeah,
me half-truths.
But-
yeah,
Give me
it's like it's a
half-truths
half
and
truth."
But the thing is that what I always got from that one is that they had a fling, and Maximus has been at war. Like, he's been off at war.
Well, no, the way I see it
coming
is
back.
that Maximus had his farm life and a wife, and then when he was off to war, these two did it, and then they had a kid around the same
but
time.
that also kind of diminishes the fact that, like, the love of his wife. Because he was like, she was my only one.
That's
She's
kind
like,
of that's the stories of like Roman and
but
Greek
I don't
mythology.
understand, why did he need...
Freaking the Odyssey does that all the time.
Monogamy was not a.
No, it
but-
wasn't.
No,
Zeus
but
becomes a fish.
I understand.
Zeus becomes a fish.
But here's my thing, though, is that they twisted themselves up in such a knot just to make him Maximus's kid and also Marcus's kid.
I
and
think
grandson.
it just comes down to the fact that like there's a lot of Greek and Roman stories that have those themes in them, where you have a soldier who lived a life somewhere else, has a child, goes to war.
Bro, I apologize.
And-
I did not know you were.
I mean, there was no social
I didn't know
media.
you were gonna go
yeah,
there.
exactly. No,
You know, I'm in this
hoping
foreign country.
Didn't do that. but it's
I
fine.
have
Oh,
this
dude, I did.
quick
No,
love
I did.
Yeah.
For you.
I
We
may have to
bang
again.
later.
Curry is
It
not a
sounds
good
like
Yeah.
choice.
Did you cuss right now?
No, I said we bang.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm
She
like,
bang.
So we got
She bangs.
matinee, not IMAX. Matinee, IMAX. Renee,
$5.
five matinee, IMAX or no IMAX?
Huh? Oh, IMAX? Yeah, Dolby Digital.
Dolby Digital.
Dolby
Yeah.
Digital's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dolby Digital because the sound is great. Like you
So
said, the
full
sound's
price
great.
matinee or the wait to stream it.
I'll wait to stream it.
You're gonna do wait to stream it, huh?
No.
No.
No, I
He's
It's
gonna see
three
it.
against
He's gonna-
one. Three against one.
Okay.
I like the action scenes are fun, but everything else around it, like the plot, everything, all the other like moving pieces in it, even the emperors, they're meh. Like they have no,
They really were.
They're not as like impactful as Commodus.
They were
They're
a
not
joke.
as threatening.
They were a joke.
But it's worth
Really-
$5.
Really
though, right?
quick.
That's what the
where
consensus I'm getting.
where
$5.
has the actor that played Lucian came before? What projects has he done?
I'll look it up.
Because
thought-
that's a big role.
I thought it was super funny though because like, what was it? I remember hearing about this. I remember hearing and somebody was talking about it, and they were like, "The kid who played Lucian is an adult now. Like, why didn't we just get him?"
Well, if you see him, he's
Wait, who is he looking over?
he's not a
He looks
not
like Harvey
really
Weinstein.
he's not a burly dude.
He doesn't look like Maximus.
He's
That's
super
why.
he's super lengthy.
Oh wow,
yeah.
he's fairly new.
Yeah.
So he's
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he started television with Normal People and The Deceived in 2020.
Yeah.
He's mostly theater. 2017, The Great Gatsby, The Red Shoe,
Wow.
Midsummer Night's Dream. So he's from theater.
So he's just okay.
Acting credits in film: The Lost Daughters, God's Creatures, After Sun, All of Us Strangers, Gladiator II, and now and this kind of makes sense now. The History of Sound is his next project. Hamlet and Merrily We Roll Along.
He's a theater guy.
No,
Okay.
in all fairness, though, it's really weird to have because I feel like he doesn't have the same premise he doesn't have the same presence that Russell Crowe has.
That's the thing, and that's what I'm saying is that from going from Russell Crowe to this actor, and there's nothing. I'm not knocking the actor. He's good. He's good. He did a great job. They obviously knew what they were getting into when they casted him. It's just that it's the marketing. That's why you would think
So-
because studios are so into hiring bigger actors, well-known actors to help. That helps advertise their movies. I mean, the only thing that in this movie you have is just Denzel Washington and Pedro Pascal, which is a good enough selling point.
Yeah, and I have to agree with Rene on this, where I do like the story again, and I feel like there shouldn't be a discouragement to go watch this film because it's not a terrible film.
It's not.
I feel like if you watch it, there's an opinion that could be made. Either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
and that's fine.
That's for you to decide
Exactly.
after the movie.
And it's not a movie that's terrible. We're saying like, no, don't watch it. For me, what I like so much about it is that you have Lucius or Anno and Atticus, right? And so Rene said it best. You understand and see that they both have the same goals under different circumstances. Atticus is about passion for Rome. Anno is for anger of being
Revenge.
wronged. Exactly. And then you get to the third act right at the beginning where they both meet and go like, well, what the hell are we doing? Pedro Pascal's character dies and all you're left with Anno. And Anno has to jump that next loop. That's where that novella aspect comes from. That's what I like so much about it is that I didn't care for Anno until the third act. I cared enough that I could follow his story. But when Atticus died, I'm like, okay, now we're fully in.
My only thing is that I feel like Atticus and Anno didn't have enough communication. Like there wasn't enough.
It was
interaction
difficult
to make that connection and everything. And I get it that it is very difficult to do that. Also, it's really weird and it's hard for me to go, oh yeah, Anno is he's a good leader and he's a good general. When the very first battle that he fought, he lost.
Yeah.
And he was knocked out. You didn't really get to see his leadership abilities.
Yeah.
He wasn't a general, which is kind of weird.
But
yeah.
no, but he was of leadership.
He was. He is a descendant of leadership.
No. In their Africa, in like the first place that they're in, the free city.
Yeah.
He is of leadership because he even talks to him, and then he's
Probably a lieutenant.
He's like probably a lieutenant or a captain or something like that because he was giving instructions, he was giving orders, he was telling the men to hold, he was doing everything else. So he had some form of leadership there. the thing is that, and that's the difference between the movie Gladiator and Gladiator II, they kind of went the opposite direction. You trust Russell Crowe's wisdom when it comes to an army or leading troops or fighting, because in the first battle he takes it very swiftly and he beats the guy with not a lot of trouble.
Well, his growth is interesting in this movie because when you see the parallels between Anno and Maximus, right? Maximus tries to show the other gladiators to follow his lead, and they don't. And within like the next fight, they're already following him. With Anno, he doesn't care so much about leading the other gladiators for them to survive. Like, he's only doing it for their survival, not for a benefit.
Well, he's using them as human shields.
Exactly. And then he's like, wait, there's a bigger purpose. And so that's when his leadership starts to grow a lot more.
But that's the thing, though, is that, and I feel like that also, is on the cutting room floor.
It is, yeah.
Because there's a lot of actors that played the men that were in his unit.
Yeah.
That I've seen before, and I'm like, oh, dude, like, I'm kind of surprised that you don't have a lot of speaking lines in this movie. And partially, one of the best parts of Gladiator was him making friends with the other gladiators.
And he didn't do it.
And
not until like the very end.
Not until the very
You
end.
only get one gladiator. He actually has like
the doctor.
The doctor.
But the thing is that even in the other one, he's spending a lot of time with the other gladiators. He's talking to them. He's learning about their lives beforehand. You know, you're really getting in depth in the life of a gladiator.
And I think the reason they didn't show that is because he does not like Romans. He has a disdain for them. He doesn't like the.
But the people that were enslaved with him were other people from his lands, and he was joking with them inside of in the carriages, in the cages.
From his land, probably not from his providence or colony.
I know, but from because they were all people who have been taken by. They're all refugees more or less. So they all kind of have that in common. Of we all hate Rome. Yeah, we all hate Rome.
I will say there are two parts of the third act that I really enjoyed. One was the speech he gave to the gladiators before the final assault.
I did like that one.
I did like that one because the way it ended with like strength and honor, I was like, yeah, this is how you deliver that line. Yeah. The second line was there's a really it's such a cheesy, stupid line, but it's so good the way it was delivered.
Honestly, it is.
It's he basically manages to trick the guy that is constantly picking on him, shoves the iron gate in his face, grabs the wooden sword of freedom, and then shoves it down his neck. And he says, "Wood or steel, a point is a point," and then shoves it down his neck. And I'm like, that's a freaking line, dude. That's a solid line.
It's a cool line.
He gives him a wooden sword, and he's like, "You're gonna go up there and you're gonna fight the Praetorian Guard."
And basically, if you survive,
a wooden sword.
Yeah.
No, the wooden sword represented freedom. Any gladiator that received their freedom receives a wooden sword.
He gave it. Oh.
That's what it was. It was explained in the first Gladiator too.
Yeah. My big thing for it is that I feel like he didn't need to be related to Russell Crowe.
I feel like this might have been a different movie, and they're like, "Hey, why don't we just turn this into Gladiator? Let's add some of this," because I feel like that's probably a conversation they had on the writing room, man.
My big thing for it is that I feel like you could have just made it Lucius. You could have just made him another gladiator. You could have just done all these other things, and then you wouldn't be so stringently tied to the gladiators.
You're not in a box now. You have more creative space.
You do, and you could have just because that was the idea is that Russell Crowe's Maximus. He was just a general. He was a general that was betrayed. But once again, you don't have that cool scene.
No.
Because I thought when he was fighting Pedro Pascal, it was going to have that moment like you have in Game of Thrones. When Pedro Pascal is fighting the mountain.
Yeah.
And, like, he's just nailing into him. And, like, he's having that moment of, like, telling him why he's pissed off, going through it. And, like, he's having this, like, dilemma. And then you have this, like, interaction between Pedro Pascal and him. Because you can kind of hear Pedro Pascal trying to explain it.
Yeah. But he's not hearing any of it.
And he's not hearing any of it.
Stop. You should have continued.
But that was my thing, though, is that, like, I really wanted that interaction. I wanted that conflict. I wanted them to express, hey, like, yell, like, tell him why you're upset. Because he doesn't know why you're blind. He doesn't know why you're so angry. He just thinks of you as Lucian. He has no idea why you're so upset.
He's trying to stab him in the back the entire time. He's like right here's his face, and Lucian's trying to stab him in the back. I'm like, you could just tell him right there, dude. Like, wait, I have information. Something. There was so many points.
That's what I mean, though, is that, like, there's no, like, I feel like they did a lot of, like, we're just going to keep fighting, and we're not going to have a lot of story depth inside of it. Because that was some of the coolest stuff inside the first Gladiator, when Maximus is, like, toying with what's it called? When Maximus is toying with the other gladiators, when Maximus is fighting Commodus, and they're having, like, their conversation in the ring as they're, like, about to duel and stuff. You know, there's a lot of, like, different intrigue and everything else. I apologize for what you were about to do.
I will say, to kind of wrap up this topic, because we do have to get with Noel's stuff in a second, but I get what you mean. But I can see where, because again, Ridley Scott has slowly started to kind of disappoint me in a way, in terms of he hides a lot of stuff under certain quotes that he says. Specifically with AI, I can tell that the opening credits were produced by AI. It was not a person who drew all those things, and I'm disappointed in that, because it was a cool art style.
I told you.
Yeah.
I was like, he must have been toying with it. There's got to be
There's AI, and
It has to be,
the opening credits is a watercolor montage of Gladiator 1 scenes, but it's produced by AI. You can tell, and I'm like, dude, this sucks so much. I wish it could have been so much better. But
I do feel like they did the watercolor style.
Yeah.
Because then they didn't have to pay certain people. Because
To
if
do
you
it.
notice, Joaquin Phoenix's face is never clearly shown.
No, it isn't.
No.
And they talk about Commodus a lot, but
Yeah.
they never show Joaquin Phoenix. Like, they never show his face.
I just don't think he got it anymore. I think Ridley Scott.
So I think
he's
that Ridley
gonna
Scott
retire.
is just, he's hiding a lot behind studio appeal, because I don't disagree with it. If you look at the movie, if you do go watch it, there's a lot of great fight scenes. There's a lot of good talking points, but you don't get a full polished version of each one. And I think it's because the studio probably went up to him and said, listen, we understand the audiences. They probably won't like the talking points of Gladiator 2. We want more action, because there are plenty of fights in this one. And unlike Gladiator 1, I think Gladiator 1 only had like maybe 3 different fights. 3 or 4.
No, it's 3, because you have the chariot fight in the very beginning. Then you have the when he fights the tigers and the champion.
You also have the war sequence at the beginning. So it's 4.
So yes, you have 4.
Yeah, in this one, it's literally the conquest at the beginning.
And the fight with Commodus.
You have the bamboo
monkey.
fight. You have the beginning fight. You then have the water fight. Then you have the Colosseum fight with the... You have 6.
Well, no, I'm sorry. You do have 5, because there was another one in the very beginning when he gets sold. When Maximus gets first sold.
There you go. Yeah.
He does it. So he has 5.
So,
in
okay.
the other
So
one.
there's a lot more.
How'd you guys think of the naval battle?
I thought it was going to be cooler. It's
Are we talking about the Colosseum one or the beginning one?
The
Colosseum one.
Oh, the Colosseum one was decent. It was Jaws. It was Jaws, but back in Roman times.
My only thing is that I feel, because I understood what was happening, but I did feel there needed to be some kind of commentary while the fight was going on.
No.
There should not have
No,
been sharks.
and I'll tell you why. I can't. As much as I want to sell into this, I have no idea how one person is supposed to announce all of that to an audience of like thousands of people in a Coliseum and have a booming
Well,
voice.
because they were built that
Well,
way.
they were-
That's what I
built
was
that
thinking.
way.
You know what?
Look
I
at
was
the
thinking.
amphitheaters.
I was thinking that
the
too.
amphitheaters are
but-
structured that
Like
way.
WWE, like
no.
you want somebody sitting at a table just telling you everything that's going
but
on.
I was thinking of more like they're building it and just like workers like and just listening for the acoustics in the area.
All right, right. So we got to move.
higher.
Is he getting pigeons? Yeah. Trying to get some pigeons? No. My thing was that I never, at no point during that battle did I feel that Lucian was commanding everyone.
Yeah, it looked like a
No,
hot mess.
because-
I didn't know
because-
what
It
direction
was messy.
the
It
ship
was messy.
was going
No, because
in.
in the first one, when he's in the chariot race, when he's fighting with everybody else, he's turning to everybody and goes, "Everybody, get your shields up, do X, Y, and Z, and at the count of 3, push forward." And then they're like, "Okay," and then
Listen,
and then you kind of
Ridley-
have that moment, but in this one, it was just like left,
Ridley,
row, and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, "Left, row," and then all of a sudden, like he was like, put the R's in, and then they
It was a Fortnite fight.
Where
It was a
it
Fortnite fight. But
it was a
look,
weird- it was a
look,
weird
no,
silent
legitimately
fight.
is a
You just-
Fortnite.
You see it as a Fortnite fight?
It's a Fortnite fight. That's all it is.
my
But again, look. There's. I think the Coliseum water fight was, if you're thinking too much about it, you're thinking about a point that doesn't exist.
No,
Also-
they made me think too much about it when they added sharks. That's when I
Yeah,
was
how did they
thinking.
transfer
did
the
they-
sharks?
Not,
Water,
Dude,
okay.
yeah.
He
water's
doesn't got
easy
it.
to
He doesn't,
transport.
Ridley's gotta let it go.
But why
have,
the
like,
hell
buckets
do
of
you have
seawater, like-
sharks?
Not only that,
I want to be in that pitch meeting. It's just kind of like, are we gonna have a gladiator fight?
Yeah.
Now,
in
hear me
water.
out.
If
hear me out.
they got
Water.
fish,
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me
carnivorous
out.
fish.
Sharks.
Yeah.
Here, little.
Where do they
dialogue.
harness the seawater for that?
Aqueducts.
For the
Not-
shark, that was dumb. That was dumb.
I just want
that
to
they
see
had
all.
sharks.
I just want to see the people that they have for the Coliseum, and they're just sucking on the hoses, like they're trying to like.
it's like water.
And then you're like,
Alright, I got
it. And you just see like the water slowly going. You gotta suck harder, bro. You gotta just keep going.
You know what?
But also, how? At what point? At what point did they have enough speed and space to then go? It's fast enough to ram that ship.
Yes, how
where
did it not just
cuts the
ding?
ship in half? Because I
That
thought
was
it was just gonna
dumb.
like tap. And then they were gonna jump across. The fact that that ship was going so fast.
You guys make it
that
sound like a
cut
fever
it
dream.
in
I don't know if I
half.
want to watch this. You guys are making it sound like
Yeah.
it's like a plot for
Just-
Yu-Gi-Oh! He's
just-
just putting out the cards.
See, that's
I
why
put down
they're
my
think-
field spell.
they're think-
ocean water.
They're
what?
thinking too much about it.
Now that you're mentioning it like that,
Yeah,
it really does
it-
kind of
it-
feel
doesn't
like
it?
it.
It's
With
that.
the Gladiator movie, it was thought provoking. You could think with it. There was.
Can you put the mic?
It invoked something.
No, you
the
can't.
first Gladiator
Gibberish
movie.
music. There's just gibberish music. That throws me off. I
Okay,
can't
the
watch it
gibberish
anymore.
music, yeah,
It just
All
gets.
right.
I'm like, this movie's great. And it goes to the
look,
gibberish.
final
my-
points.
I can't do
Final
it.
points. the
Matinee.
movie- Matinee. If you can watch it in IMAX
Yeah.
or Dolby, I
Yeah.
think I agree
But
with that.
I will
I'll change it to
100% be
Dolby.
thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! 100%.
Fine. Think of it.
100%.
Just give it a watch. It's again. I
Oh.
think. No, we're
One
done.
of- no. One of the funniest things from it, because in the Coliseum, I always thought, because in the Coliseum, it kind of makes sense when he's yelling and you hear like Maximus making a speech and everybody goes like, oh, I hear it. He makes a speech in a field.
Oh yeah, at the
And
very
he's
yeah, we
end.
surrounded,
make a
and,
funny
and
joke
he's,
about that.
and he's
We got
surrounded.
to.
Wait, no. Don't say it. Don't. I don't want people to take. I don't want people to take the
joke?
idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
Well,
leave it.
I'll
Let's,
tell-
it's a
I'll
good.
tell
It's
you
a good.
after.
Because we
joke,
have an
yeah.
idea for it.
Yeah, we have
have
an
an
idea.
idea.
Because
We'll
You
tell you
already
after.
said. You said too
Yeah.
much. You already said too much.
Anyway,
It's a Kevin Smith
a very-
thing.
it's a
Stop.
very-
Is
it's a
it a
very-
Kevin
podcast.
Smith thing?
Stop.
oh,
Stop.
it's,
We're-
it's a
Yo.
very ridiculous scene.
Okay,
You're
just
saying,
let's
like,
just
I
stop. Let's
love
just stop.
oversized shirts.
Let's just stop. Okay. All right. I don't want to give too much away. With that said, our guest today, Noel. Noel.
Are you adding water? Oh, that changes everything. Again.
It's right here. It's right here. This is it.
Wait,
That's
hold
it.
on. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, the water would change everything.
Yes,
Yes, it would.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
The acoustics
The sound-
in the
wait,
Coliseum.
This is
Nick,
why.
Nick,
This is
don't
why you
think
can't.
too much about it.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
Too much
I thought
about it.
now that I'm thinking about it, and it's so funny
Yeah.
reading that quote from Ridley Scott, where like, because the historians were like, "Oh, yeah, the Coliseum, they never filled it with water," and then he was like, "Listen, if you think too hard about it, you're not having fun at the movies." And like now I'm like kind of rethinking that, and I'm like, "No, dude, you were just on drugs."
Yeah.
Like,
I want to be on set. Add the sharks. Add the sharks.
You know what? We should have sharks. Now listen to me. A xenomorph.
Add it in.
Lucian versus a queen.
Whoa, let's
I'm
go.
not gonna lie, the way that monkey was in the first one kind of looked like a xenomorph.
It was
a
It
bit,
yeah.
It had like the.
Yes.
It was like.
Not the one that Lucius was fighting. The other one. There was like an older
There's
looking one.
another one.
There was an older looking
They-
monkey that looked like.
That's where a lot of the budget
Monkeys,
went with
sharks.
the monkeys.
ocean water.
Dude, they jumped. They just
Denzel.
jump them. They jumped the shark. On
Rowing
this one, dude.
inside the Coliseum. That's what I'm hearing. Rowing inside the
Sharks.
Coliseum.
Yes.
They have
Monkeys.
battleships in the
Denzel.
Coliseum that they are then rowing.
It's-
Oh,
It
they're
sounds
eating.
good
They
on
eat a
paper.
rhino too.
They ate a rhino.
Yeah,
They ate a
no,
rhino.
I can't. All right.
They
All right,
they
hold
rode
on, stop,
and they were.
Stop.
Not only
Stop.
that, hold on.
Stop.
No.
Hi guys, my name is Noel. I'm the co-owner here at Primetime Collectibles.
No, we're done. We're done with this conversation.
I just want to.
Oh my
If you like this movie, you'll love Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
I highly recommend
No. Hold on.
coming to my store.
What I don't understand is that why is it that the gladiators at the very end came to save everybody, but they saved no one?
You run Primetime Collectibles.
I do.
All of them
We're not
died.
talking about
All
this.
those senators were dead. His mom died. All of her maids died.
Did they?
Yeah,
Did
they didn't save
Did they?
anyone.
They didn't save anybody.
They didn't save anyone.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
let all of them die.
So nothing happened.
I gave
just
this
a
movie a
soldier.
5.5.
Monkeys, sharks,
I'm giving it a
rhinos,
5
ocean
now.
water,
I gave this
Coliseum,
movie a 5.5.
boats.
I'm giving it a 5 now after you bringing this to my attention.
You
Yeah.
just see them walking up and just like start
Yeah.
slitting all
they
the
were
senators'
kicking
throats.
ass, dude, and they did like.
And they didn't do it. And they
How
didn't
did
save
everyone-
anybody.
This movie sounds
Yeah.
This
atrocious.
is why we get to see
This
the
is
fall
terrible.
of the Roman Empire.
Terrible.
I thought about it right now. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
Nothing.
So you
run
run Primetime
Yeah, you work at
Collectibles.
Primetime Collectibles.
I do.
Yeah,
Ah.
right here in
Yeah,
Uptown
you
First
Whittier.
off,
work at
hey, first off,
Primetime.
he doesn't work. He doesn't work there. He owns it.
I said,
own it.
that's
No,
what I
he
said.
works.
He
I work
I do
owns.
both.
No, you don't.
You
I
have to
work it.
listen to me,
You know
Nick.
what I'm
I
saying?
said he owns Primetime
Yeah,
Collectibles.
I own it
so
and I work it.
Yeah,
You should
we
not worry about the sound of your own voice.
Yeah,
when you
we
talk.
literally have tried to transition like for the past like 5 minutes, and you're over here talking about sharks, aqueducts, and I don't know, God knows
It's not my
what.
fault
Rhinos,
that-
And
monkeys.
rhino, yeah, I mentioned that was on me. The
Ridley Scott.
rhinos, the
It's
rhinos.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
you. You
That was on
stirred
me. That was on me.
Primetime
Hold on.
Collectibles. Support your local dweebs. What's cracking, y'all?
Listen,
Yeah.
that's just really.
We're done with Ridley Scott. We're not talking about
Exactly.
Ridley Scott.
We are done with Ridley Scott.
We-
This movie was bad.
No, shut up. Jesus Christ, dude.
Going back in my shell.
Retire Ridley Scott 2024.
Why not turn
I mean,
it up for the
2025.
Turbo
2025. That's too long. Now. Now.
All right, so we had you on the show last year.
Yes.
We talked about Primetime Collectibles, how you basically want to create a good, safe space for people to come and play card games, safe space for nerds. Has anything changed since then?
He's got a rose jacket on. That's what's
I do.
changed. Yeah.
This
I
is
love
awesome.
it.
Beautiful
It's
rose
nice.
jacket.
We're
Good
thrifted, baby. Thrifted.
Thrifted.
Yes,
How
right.
much?
$4.99, baby.
Oh,
It's so good. I know.
That is nice.
That's a nice jacket.
That really is
Yeah.
nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now that people can pull off
He's in
rose.
this. He's in his second arc. He's in his 5D arc.
And you're wearing Purple Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roses on roses, baby. Roses on roses. You know what I mean?
You have to get some doves now.
Makes sense.
Honestly, I was thinking about buying some on the way here and just like let him go. But then I was like,
This
but
is
we're-
where doves
we
cry.
have to spend so much time trying to catch them. And I was like, is it in closed space?
It's just for the joke.
And I was like,
committed to the
I
bit.
gotta
Committed to
return
the
him.
bit.
I gotta return him. I gotta return him.
Okay.
They just
so we
poop
have to get
everywhere.
Though, while talking about Gladiator, that would have been the best move. We're missing something.
So what's new with you?
We're running tournaments like crazy right
Yeah.
now.
So
We are.
So we briefly mentioned this that you guys got not sponsored, but Bandai Namco.
We're now a Bandai store. Yes.
Yes.
We're now a Bandai store that changes the allocation. Usually we were getting about like 12% on our allocation.
Okay.
But now we're running official Bandai tournaments. Really trying to grow that, and it's kind of kicking off.
And you guys are doing such a good job because you guys are doing One Piece tournaments. You guys are doing Pokemon tournaments and Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. And you guys are setting times for them now and announcing them on Instagram.
And Union Arena.
And Union Arena
That's
too.
right.
That's right. So
That's
you
right.
guys are busy.
Yeah.
How
We're One
exactly
Piece.
do you become a Namco store
Like a Bandai store.
or a Bandai store?
So
You apply.
you have to apply. There's a process to it. You have to have distributors, of course. I heard some stories about some other stores. It's taking them like 6 months to a year to get it. Sometimes 2 months, 3 months. We really wanted to like perfect the formula of like how we run tournaments and building the community and kind of just racking it in as much as possible. People coming in and stuff like that. So when we applied, we actually got approved within 12 hours.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
That's crazy.
we had all the information. We had our Instagram popping off and really pushing that stuff. And in our area, we're the only Bandai store. Like in the Whittier, like
Yeah.
there's like Cycle Turtle, but that's like in Pico. And you have Shuffle and Cut or whatever. It's like that's on that side.
That's in La Habra.
Yeah,
Brea.
like,
La
yeah,
Habra,
so-
Brea,
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
more La Mirada, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's on their side. Whatever, they're closer to like Rosecrans or whatever magic world they live in. But yeah, so we really focus on that, like building it up and buying more product and really building the community. Doing free tournaments. That's our goal right now, right? Build enough, do enough free tournaments so we can start building enough people coming in and slowly start like kind of increasing the prizes, but then also having more of like a pay to get in. Maybe
Yeah,
start like a 5 at 10.
One Piece is blowing up
It's
so much. I get
crazy.
so many customers trying to
Yeah.
come in and they're like, "Do you guys sell One Piece?" I go, "No,
Yeah.
Primetime."
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that because
Yeah.
we are definitely selling out, and
Yeah.
it's getting harder for us to run the tournaments because it's getting hard to get product.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think right now there's we're running a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament and we have some Magic players. It's a full house right now.
I was gonna say your Yu-Gi-Oh tournament recently attracted Fist Comics. They showed up at one of your tournaments.
Well, actually, he shows up like once or twice a week.
Yeah.
He's a big supporter of the store. He comes
Cool.
in and stuff like that.
Are you guys partnering up with them for the tournaments or what
so
exactly?
Gino on Wednesday hangs out over there, and he's a Yu-Gi-Oh judge, and they were interested in getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
So he got them all into it, and they've been running. He comes over here to buy Yu-Gi-Oh product,
Yeah.
takes some cards over there.
Yeah, they're all getting to
Yeah,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Jacob's a
like-
super nice guy. But they don't have a lot of space to run tournaments.
No.
So they asked us, and I said, why not? Run it.
Cool.
You know, his community are just really people kind of just getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh,
Yeah.
but also kind of like messing around and having fun with it.
Mhm.
So I will say this, that you guys are big enough on the tournaments that, and it's cool that you guys are so active on Instagram too, because you guys will post the winners of the tournaments.
Yeah.
And what I will say that is pretty cool, especially for like newcomers that are wanting to get into Pokemon TCG or Yu-Gi-Oh or One Piece, when you show off the winners, they're not the same people. It's
Not always, yeah.
not always. It's always different people. And for me, as someone that wants to get into Pokemon TCG, it's good to see that you guys are doing it, and it's interesting to see that it's not the same people winning the prizes constantly, because that does become, I know for some, kind of like a wall for them to join, because it's like, well, if I'm not going to really do much or win, why am I even going to bother?
You want to know what helps? It's
What?
the fact that everybody in the community helps each other learn how to play
Yeah.
the game better.
When we went, I mean, you were mad at me because I didn't know how to play it, but you know, there were people, Nick included, who helped me understand the deck a little bit more.
Because it's hard when you're running into a tournament and you haven't, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh with those paragraphs.
Yeah.
When you don't know what the text says, because more or less most Yu-Gi-Oh players with all the text, they know how to sum it. They know how to summarize it and go, okay, this is what it does. X, Y, and Z happens. I have to do this, then this, then this, and everything else. And they're able to quickly explain it. Bryan, on the other hand, didn't know what his text completely said. So he was sitting there trying to like...
It takes time.
It does.
It takes
he's
time.
trying-
It
he's
requires patience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like he's trying to read it, but and that's the other thing about being at a tournament is they're timed.
Yeah.
So you taking that time
That's
to
slow
like
play.
read, it slows everything down, and then that's how me and him ended up tying.
Yeah.
And everything else, and then that day too, I thought it was so funny because it just so happened that the day I went for my first tournament there, I was like, I'm gonna play a Blue Eyes deck. Like I'm just gonna bring a Blue Eyes deck. You know, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's a fun deck. And then the first match I had, me and my opponent.
Oh, you guys mirrored.
We had exactly the
The
same
mirror
decks.
match.
We
Yeah.
had exactly the same
Yeah.
decks. And like we just started laughing so hard because I put the first card down and he's like, "Do you have a Blue Eyes deck?" And I go, "Yeah, why?" And he goes, "I have a Blue Eyes deck too." I go, "Are you running it right now?" And he's like, "I am." And I go, "So do you have this?" And then we immediately, I go, "Do you have this win condition?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, It's first to the goal, man. It's first to the goal. It's whoever can get there first then." And he's like, "Yep, I know exactly how you're going to win, and you know exactly how I'm going to win." And then at that point, we're just trying to run,
Yeah,
like
that-
we're,
yeah.
we're just playing the cards, and then like as soon as we see like the right cards in the position, either one of us went, "All right, yeah, but you got it." Like I have nothing to stop this. Like I already know what's going to happen. So that was fun.
Yeah, jump on the group that Fisk brings in. They're just honestly
They're just casual.
They're casual, but they're also comic guys.
Oh yeah.
Like they're definitely like it's a different breed. They're not traditionally TCG players. Like there's a guy last week I saw a guy using a snake as a necklace, a live snake. I was like,
Wait, hold on. What?
yeah, he was using a,
That's cool.
and I was like, all right, pets are cool. I was like, you have a snake as a necklace, and everybody's wearing Venom shirts and Marvel shirts, and they're all just comic guys, and I'm just like, this is very interesting. This is different.
This is cool.
this
It's a different vibe.
It's a
Yeah.
different vibe.
Yeah.
And then Gino, I'm gonna say this right now, but he's gonna post it later. In the first in January after the New Year's, he's gonna have a no ban list tournament. No, everybody's brain freaking melted. He's like, F it, no ban list.
Oh my god.
He's like, first week of the new year, all's fair. And then everybody was like, for sure, all of this and all of this,
Dude,
on all this.
that's
And then we were
gross.
talking about it, and I was like, okay, but these things are like out of circuit, right? You can't use them normally, which means they're not going to synergize with a lot of the new cards.
Yes.
Which ones?
Like, if you're talking about like Pot of Greed, right?
Mhm.
There's so many responses now to Pot and Greed, like
Black Hole.
Yeah, so like there's all these things
Black
going.
Hole's not bad.
No,
Is it limited?
no, I think
No, it's
that,
forbidden.
No, no, it's not. Black Hole's not on the forbidden.
That was Dark Hole.
Dark
Hole.
Dark
If
we
only
can-
someone had Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Look up the ban list. but
so
I'm like
everybody's
90%
talking about
sure
all
it's
these
not.
decks they want to build with the no ban list, but then is it going to synergize? Is this still going to be a good deck? Is it be
Yeah.
a playable deck? Is it be responses? Like, are you still be able to reach your win conditions as fast as you need to? Since all these new cards now are synergized differently than when these cards were originally banned.
Well, for hero, I know for like, especially for like my hero decks.
Oh, somebody won
With the hero?
last week. Yeah, he
With
was
the hero
actually
deck?
was undefeated with the hero deck.
Dude, hero decks are insane.
Yeah,
dude.
come in on Fridays, dude. I'm telling you, it's a vibe.
I'm down to play with my hero because I have my heroes, I have my Buster Bladers, I have my Blue Eyes, I have a God deck. I need to remake my Troll deck.
Run it.
I gotta give you back the hero deck you let me borrow.
Oh yeah, because my Troll deck was Final Countdown. So basically the idea for Final Countdown is you pay 2,000 and then in 20 turns the game's over. You win.
Black Hole is, or no, Pot of Greed is forbidden.
Yeah,
not
but Dark
Black
Hole's
Hole, not Dark Hole.
Yeah.
What was it? So anyway, you would basically go, okay, cool. After now, 20 turns, game's over. I win. And then you just stall.
Yeah.
So you just do Gravity Bind, you do Effect Veilers, you just, like, I'm just going to end your battle phase. You can't do anything else. And it's just this slow descent into madness for whoever I'm playing against, where they're just like, there's nothing I can do.
You just sit there and wait. I passed her.
So
You're just like, I don't know what to do.
we've had this conversation before as well, which I kind of want to extend a little bit of this conversation because TCG is expensive. It's a very expensive product to get into. What I will say that I do appreciate about your store, and I don't think we mentioned it when we talked about it in the last episode you were in, or the last issue, you tend to sell your products at a price that is fair for everyone.
We try to. We can't win all the fights, right? We still have bills to pay and Gino to pay for and all that stuff. But we try to really keep it as fair as possible. We want people to afford the things they like. Not everything we get from a distributor, and even though the costs will increase, and we try to make it fair because Konami's trying to make their money too, Pokemon's trying to make their money too.
Yeah.
I think the Gundam I got was like, I think for what you guys were selling it for and what I found it online, I think it was like an $80 difference. Give or
Yeah,
take.
if there's a wiggle room, especially for you, of course, you know what I'm saying, baby, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean is that and even if you can't win all fights with prices, you guys are very knowledgeable in pretty much every TCG that's out there. Gino, like you said, is an official judge for Yu-Gi-Oh. So Gino helped me build my Red Eyes deck. He essentially built it for me. He's helping build Rene's Dark Magician as well.
He's almost done with it too.
Yeah, and
I didn't need it. No, I'm gonna ask Gino to look at my heroes.
Yeah,
But-
no, he'll
but-
help
needs
you
to
with
be
that guy was
restructured.
undefeated.
Well,
yeah.
no, because honestly, because my thing is that my heroes are maybe 5 years old.
Oh,
there's a-
baby, you need some updates.
So
You
the-
need
I
a
just
software
need-
update, real bad.
I just need an update.
Yeah.
so
yeah,
the point that
we'll
I'm
be
trying to get to is that, like, for me personally, Yu-Gi-Oh was a hard no for years because I hated the format of people playing meta constantly. And for those that don't know, meta basically means like the standard that everyone plays to win.
You're playing to win.
You're playing to win.
Yeah.
Who doesn't play to win?
Yes, exactly.
A lot.
You are.
Yeah.
You are the little brother.
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't
I
play
mean,
to
Marvel
win?
Snap.
No, I agree wholeheartedly. If you're
I
if
play to
you're
have
playing
fun.
a
What the hell you guys
TCG,
talking about?
Yeah,
play to
I-
have fun. Play to have fun, but also
His
I'm
fun
here to
is
win,
win.
bro.
Look, losing the game
Play to
is
win.
learning the game, bro.
yeah, that's
No,
fine.
that's
You're
100.
learning the game.
Yeah.
You're learning the game. But
But-
after you now know how to play the game, play to win.
No,
Yeah.
that I do agree with. What I mean is, like, if you don't know how to play the game and you're playing against people, what's going on?
My phone is getting low on.
Is it at 5%?
Yeah.
Oh, do you have a
I have
charger
my
to get?
charger. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
out there.
we'll
Okay.
grab it real quick.
Speed run.
So the point that I'm trying to get at is that if you don't know how to play the game, there are people who essentially will be like, oh, I play to win and I'm going to do whatever I can, even if it's beating down the little people that don't know anything.
No,
Yeah,
that's
our
you,
shop
That's
don't-
you saying that.
Yeah, but our shop
you
doesn't
saying
really do that. Yeah, our shop don't really do that.
No, and
Yeah.
that's what I do appreciate about it is that the community that you help build will teach you the game.
I did feel really bad because we were the one that we went to. I think there was a kid that was maybe 17, 18. No, I know he was like 16, 17.
I got you.
And he joined the tournament, and I played him, and then I'm like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this. Is there anything? No. And then I'm gonna do this. There's nothing. And then like we kind of went through it, and then like after I beat him, I was like, okay, cool. And then I was like, let's go again. And he's like, okay. And then we did it again. I almost felt like the dude was gonna cry because like his deck wasn't.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that good.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like he was just like, man, I don't even know why I came and everything like that. I was like, hey man, like there was plenty of things you could have done. Like there's this, there's that. And I'm like, oh, do you want me to look at your decks? That way maybe we can pull some cards out. Like I go, like, what were you looking for to get it? And he just kind of like went in and like he was just like, nah man, it's cool. I don't even know why I showed up today. And I was just like, I didn't even want to come. And I'm like, I feel really bad. Like,
yeah, but don't worry about it because after that they did come back. And they did come back.
Yeah.
And I think did he have headphones?
No. No.
Why did that guy not come back?
No, people did come
okay,
back.
cool.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of curious. We got a couple 17-year-olds. Yeah. They come in here or they jump into different TCGs.
Oh, this was
and
at
stuff
prime
like-
time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the day that we went.
Oh.
Yeah. And then which one? It was the brother of the guy you were playing.
Okay.
I think his name was Noah.
Okay.
But anyway, when I was playing his brother, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like let's go through it. And I go, hey man, like let's look at your cards and let's see what we can do to fix it. And like I just kind of felt bad. And I was like, man, I feel like this kid's gonna.
Yeah, can't win all the fights, but yeah, but a lot of them do come back. We actually have a kid that came in with his dad. His dad started playing Pokemon tournaments. He's actually first time playing Pokemon tournaments, so he's getting into it. His son got into One Piece, and he jumped into a tournament, and he lost all the ones. The first one he was in.
Yeah.
He was a little upset, spaghetti about it. And then he was here this week, and he won his first round, and he was super stoked on it.
Good.
Yeah,
You know-
super stoked
you
on
know
it.
what
And he
I thought-
rewarded himself by buying product, which kind of helps out the story. Yeah. So I'm all like, yeah, you're getting the hang of it. Here
Did
you
you
go.
ever? What was it? Did you ever play the? Was it over at EB Games when they had Pokemon tournaments?
EB Games, damn.
I
Yeah.
know.
Throwback.
Yeah. Somebody was born
throwback.
in the 80s. Oh my god.
Well-
91.
They're still around, aren't they? In
No.
Canada?
No. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because they got bought up by
GameStop.
Hollywood Video.
Hollywood Video. 'Cause
Oh.
every Hollywood Video had an EB Games.
Damn.
Yeah,
Kind of like
Hollywood-
how Blockbuster had Game Crazy.
Yeah,
This is
Because
that's a
it was
losing battle.
It was Game Crazy, and then it was EB Games, and Hollywood Video bought them, and then they combined into every single one. But when Hollywood Video went out of business, so did EB,
EB
Games.
Games. Yeah.
Yeah, they both failed.
I kind of preferred EB Games. They had
So-
better deals.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
My thing was that what I was thinking is that what you could do on the weekends, because they used to do this in the very beginning over at EB Games when I was a kid, is they used to give everybody a printout card, and it was the actual badges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the idea was that it was a beginner's tournament, and the whole thing is that every single time you win, they're all teaching you how to play the game.
Oh.
And then like as you like beat them, you get a stamp, and then okay, cool, that's your first badge. Cool. There's
I
another
like
stamp.
that. I like
There's
that a
another-
lot.
And basically, you have people who know the game and everything like that, and those are your gym leaders, and it's mainly for kids.
Because I could do that with Yu-Gi-Oh with the stars and the glove.
That'd be pretty cool.
I like
But,
that.
and
You're going to do Duelist Kingdom?
Huh?
You're going to make
Hell
Duelist
yeah!
Kingdom?
But the
What the
idea,
hell? That's the best one.
But-
well,
but-
the
What was the
one-
5Ds tournament called?
D's nuts. No, but what I was saying is that so that way you can get like that younger
Yeah,
crowd,
get him in there.
and you specifically say it's like an intro tournament, and that way like a lot of people who are like, oh, my little brother wants to get into Pokemon or anything else, I'm down to bring him, and then like especially if everybody's teaching him
I like
how to
that.
play,
Yeah.
and that also helps
Cause I give
build
out
the
packs
community.
soon. That'd be kind of nice too.
Huh?
Also, Zach is judging our Pokemon tournaments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you'll get a kick out of that. He's really good.
I already know what deck I'm going to build. I think it's going to cost me a little over 40.
That's not
40
bad.
bucks?
Only
No.
$40.
Only
pretty
40
good.
bucks. And because I already know I don't care if it's a full on winners deck. It's a deck that I feel comfortable playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The way that we both play card games, vastly different.
I like my personality, dude.
I
like
don't know.
I
I
like my
love my
personality.
I love my personality being in it, and that's why I had Heroes, and that's why I had Buster
Yeah, your
Bladers.
personality is competitive.
Yes, it's the
win at
little
all
brothers.
costs.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I was like, I
Daddy-
love to put my personality,
Yeah.
to make sure that no one
Yeah.
freaking wins.
The
Like,
daddy brother.
but me.
I
Just
allow
wants
them
to-
to
wants
win.
to- wants to
I
help you
allow them
win.
to win.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
play this card.
Yeah.
I'll let you win. Oh, I got nothing.
You're
Good
still
game.
mad about this. Huh?
I'm just saying that's how it is.
We're gonna kick his ass later. Don't
Child.
worry.
It makes sense.
No, but what was it? But the whole thing is that
Hi, my name is Nick, and I like to win. Hi, my
Hi,
name is
Nick.
Bryan, and I'm just here for fun. Yeah, you suck. I'm here to win because I'm Nick.
You know things like that? Losers.
You're not first, you're last.
Do you
What?
know,
So the 5Ds tournament is called World Riding Dual Grand Prix, or the WRGP.
that sounds terrible.
That's
Oh,
dumb.
wow.
That
Yeah.
sounds like our rap group, and I
Yeah.
love it.
So when are you gonna have Warhammer at the store?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this
curious.
right now,
I'm
Sean. I'm
curious.
gonna tell you this right now.
Never.
No, listen, Sean. Listen, I'm talking to the mic.
Yes,
Everybody's getting to Warhammer,
I know.
and we talked about this. You gotta be more present. You gotta show up more
I know.
Oh,
because everybody's painting and you ain't there. Everybody's like, "Oh, can we just leave it here?"
People
And I was
are
like, "Look, if you leave this here, I'm gonna put it away. I'm gonna use the tables for tournaments. So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta take pictures, have graphs. I don't know, use
Yeah.
a laser diagram to keep track of your stuff. But everybody's getting into Warhammer. They've been having like painting nights. And
When?
where are you?
When?
Where are you?
He's
I
at
didn't
home.
They
know.
put it in
It's-
the chat.
there's
They
no
put it
evi-
in the chat. They put it. Where are you? I'll send you photos. I will tell you the next time they're painting. So
I
you
put
can roll
the
through.
chat on
JC's
silent.
painting, bro. JC's painting.
just send him to his room. Tell him to go. Tell him he's grounded, dude.
Sean,
Yes.
you're grounded.
Who the hell are you to tell me I'm grounded or not? You,
I'm
you don't
just
pay
telling-
my bills.
I'm just
I'm
telling
calling
you.
your wife.
I'm
Go
telling
ahead. She's gonna be like, "Who the hell is this? And
I'm-
why are you telling my husband what to do? I'm gonna kick your ass."
And you know what I'm gonna say? It's what Daddy wanted. That's what Daddy wanted.
Well, when you say it like that, yes, Daddy.
She's then gonna go, I have a video camera, let's do this.
I'm ready to make some content.
Let's
Jody
make
got
some
into it too.
content.
Get out.
Jody's got into it
That's
too.
awesome.
Yeah, but he's playing
How-
the different version.
You know what? I'm glad how people are like.
The guys that
getting-
Turbos play, bro.
Warhammer's becoming like a mainstream thing, and that's pretty cool. That's badass.
Yeah.
I, I like
we've
that.
We've been playing Warhammer
We've been
at his house.
playing
Yeah.
Warhammer.
Because we've been playing it.
Yeah.
I joined one
We
night
learned-
just
we
to
learned
see what
how-
it's
No, I
like. You
haven't
know what
done
it
it.
consists of? It consists of Sean trying to do the strategic thing, Nick then trying to do strategic things, but half of the moves are just him flipping Sean off every move. I'm gonna move my this to this, and I'm gonna move this and this, and it's like, dude, okay, when are you gonna put the fingers down and actually do something? Like,
I was doing things.
He
I
was.
won
it
that
takes
match.
you like 5 minutes to move a unit.
It's called
Bro,
Warhammer.
it's Warhammer,
No,
bro.
but it's like
It's
Sean had
Warhammer.
movement.
People
Yeah.
are gonna
Nick
be
was-
in the comments
He's
like,
a
"What
pro.
the hell is this guy
Yes,
talking about?" It
and
takes
Nick
me 10
spends half the
minutes.
time
He needs to
flipping off.
win. He needs to win.
No, because
Movement
okay,
is
'cause
like
he-
a
no,
very
because
important thing of the game.
100% this is what was happening. I had an idea of what my move was gonna be.
Yeah.
Then I rolled. I didn't roll enough, and then my entire strategy had to change.
Yep.
And then when that happens, you're like, okay, now what do I do? And then I started measuring, and I was like, okay, I have 11 movement. Here's my measuring tape. and
Nope, don't reach. Can you do this? Nope.
I love that.
then I'm measuring everything to kind of go like, okay, where can I start positioning things? And then I'm like, all right, I got an idea.
You know when-
And then that's
Skill
when you
is
start.
50% of this game. The other 50% is the dice rolls.
Yeah.
because it clearly dictates if you win or not.
You know
No,
when I
yeah.
realized that Nick had like the I only want to win mentality? It wasn't with Marvel Snap. It wasn't with anything that we played. It was one line that you said to me when we were doing edits over Discord. And it was like the simplest line, but I'm just like, I didn't even mean to sound like I was like trying to one up you on it. Basically, we were trying to share screens on Discord. And I think there was a complication on my side, or it was on something where we weren't able to share the screens. Or I think you tried
Oh,
sharing
yeah,
your
I remember
screen.
this.
Yeah, you tried sharing your screen, but you didn't realize that your screen was being shared on the window and not the actual screen. So when you moved away from Adobe, it didn't show. So I told Nick, I'm like, oh, if it could be this, like just move this around. And Nick's response, and I don't think you noticed how you said it, but you were just like, yeah, I know how Discord works. I've been operating Discord longer than you have. And I literally was like,
That's a very good well actually moment.
Jesus Christ! I literally,
That's how I said it.
I
Neckbeard.
apologize.
I like shut down for like a
Don't tell
good
me how to
5
breathe. I've been breathing since I was born.
And you
Thank
literally were
you.
just like, I've been operating Discord longer than you have, and I'm like, I
don't
am
remember
sorry.
this. I
No,
don't
no, no.
remember this.
You're good.
Oh,
It
Bryan
was-
remembers it.
it just came out
That
of
one in
nowhere.
his
That
pocket
was
for
the
a
moment that I
while.
realized I'm
It's
like
been
winner's
sitting in-
mentality.
It's been sitting in his pocket.
Oh, yeah. He's had that one chamber for a while.
Oh, yeah. That sounded. He said that so clearly.
He did.
He's been practicing this in
Yeah.
the mirror.
Dude, because it came out of nowhere.
for a
That
week.
it was just Nick and I that night. We were like vibing, we were chilling, and then out of nowhere he pulls out like dual Glocks and goes like, "I've been doing this
You know
longer
what?
than you have."
This is
every day in the morning. I've been doing this longer than you in the mirror.
In all fairness, I think it's also because we were talking about it recently in like my Discord group and everything like that. Of like, what do you, how exactly do you, how is our group like? How does that all function? And then it was literally that's the reason why our Discord group is called the Bonobo Ape.
Oh, because you're also like, sorry.
What did you say? No, finish your thought. Finish your
No,
thought.
I'm trying to keep this PG. Bonobos, you know exactly what they do.
So because the
Butt to butt stuff, baby.
Because like literally, it's. Like,
I don't want to Google this.
You don't want to know
you don't wanna do
bonobos?
it.
Oh,
No,
dude.
no.
Urban
Nick's-
Dictionary.
Yeah, come on, it's
No,
on PBS.
Because
And we all know what they
like,
do.
No, because like Monica has like listened to when we have a full room, and she's been in the room, and like she's been in like the room, and then like I have headphones on, and she can hear it through because you have 12 people yelling in your ear, and then she's like, "How do you know what conversation is going on right now?" And I'm like, "There's 4 going on at the same time, and everybody's competing."
You all have ADHD. I get it.
All the conversations are all competing with each other, and then everybody's catching a different portion of the conversation, chiming in, burning, and then running back to their conversation, and like we're doing this over and over again. And then she goes, "That is the most ineffective and dysfunctional conversation I've ever heard." And I'm like, well, I don't know, like we're all just used to talking like that, but also like I'm very used to. Even if I didn't intentionally mean to, of like, maybe I might have burned you, or like made fun of you unintentionally. Because
He's done that. Yeah.
Are you triggered? Are you okay?
A little bit.
Just a little bit?
I say one little thing that's outlandish. What do you mean by that? Wait, hold on. What do you mean?
you have to move me too, because I was like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's like you get ready. You're like, what do you?
Oh, but my
mean by
favorite,
that,
my favorite
Rene?
one.
What do you mean by that?
No.
See,
Are you an
I
A-lister?
know.
Are you an A-lister?
See, the
Peasant
famous,
mentality.
the famous lines that come from Nick is not only that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like
Yo,
Brian's.
that's the game.
Actually,
Yeah.
well,
Here it is.
actually, or a matter of fact.
Yeah.
I got a game for y'all who are watching this and listening. Every time Nick says that, take a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Take a shot.
no. So there are things that each one of us does
Yeah.
Right.
on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
But the one that people catch the most, and I think it's because you have the same inflection every single time. It's
There's a soundboard.
It's
Yeah.
it's
a Nick soundboard.
It's a Nick. Yeah, it is a soundboard, but it's because you have the same inflection. It's oh my
only
gosh,
that-
what is it? But honestly, or something like that. How do you say it?
Yeah, you.
Oh my God, he says it all the time, and I
You
forget.
say- you
we're
say
gonna
that in a
pick,
different
we're picking
way.
you apart. Nick. I'm so sorry. Here it
So you go, not
comes.
only that, but
There
then
you go.
say.
In all fairness,
In all fairness,
yes.
In all fairness, we need a Nick soundboard, and we need it today.
Clip it.
We need it today. Somebody get on ChatGPT and somebody set this bad boy up.
Clip it, send it to us, and we'll thank you.
what did I say? I say
In
in
all
all
In all
fairness,
fairness.
in all
Wait,
fairness.
you don't say you don't notice you say that a
Probably
lot.
doesn't hear it because it's just.
It's his
reaction.
ums. It's
No,
his ums.
Yes,
but you
it's
know
his
where
ums.
the destruction of this happened?
You-
It happened 2 years ago.
What?
Sarah-
You were there?
Sarah Heck was the one that actually did it because she came in and dissected us all, and we're like, "What the hell is this? What's going on?" And she's just like, "Oh, Nick says this, and Renee says that, and Brian says that."
Dang it, I was about to say.
Is it the one where she's wearing a
No,
box?
no,
the
no,
boxing
no, no,
one?
no.
I was literally about
The
to.
jinx.
Not only that.
Huh?
Her jinx.
Oh,
Her
jinx.
jinx.
Yeah,
box.
the jinx.
So,
Yes.
so what it was is it comes from my time in speech and debate when I was learning to like speak and like do it like effectively.
Yeah.
When we were going through it, they specifically said you need to change your ums
Yeah.
because ums
There-
make you
yeah.
sound
Yeah.
weird.
Yes.
To be honest with you, I was the president of Speech and Debate Club,
So was I.
so I get it.
NLP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
there
was
you
I.
go. Hey, what's up, baby?
In
So
those
was
two
I.
sentences that Nick said,
So was
there
I.
were at least two times where Nick had to hold back. In all fairness,
I did.
Yeah, you have to think about your ums and
Yeah.
and how to catch yourself, switching positions of your
I was
feet
told
and
the
all that stuff.
same
Yeah.
thing during a speech class,
Yeah,
but I
and-
just
and
forgot about
and
it.
The in all fairness, and I was about to say,
You were gonna say
In all fairness,
not only that.
you're
no,
gonna
no.
double down.
but
Not only that,
but it's also a way of speaking so that way you are diplomatic,
Those are being
but
mean
also
to him,
you're
man.
not necessarily trying to offend anybody
Yeah,
in what
no,
they're
yeah.
saying. So because if you just go, nah.
No.
Or if
In
you
all
just straight up-
you were
fairness, that is a
struggling
fair
when I was talking
assessment.
about the crow. I noticed that you were struggling. I was like, yeah, being very polite. We disagree. At the core. Opera fight scenes. Magical. UPN 13. Fifth Element did it. They can do it. Anybody can do it.
Oh,
Fifth
my
Element did it better.
God.
I you know when I started hearing it?
What?
You know when I did start hearing it? Editing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just had
Editing,
all
I
stuff.
hear it a lot, and I'm like, man, I say that a lot.
In all fairness, yeah.
I say in all fairness.
I did that when listening to the podcast. Like I think like the second year, I was saying a lot, and I was like, yeah, but you know, like
That's why I don't like
it's not
listening to
that.
myself. I'm just like, I wouldn't.
Well,
I
yeah,
would-
so when I go through the actual edit, like a lot of the times I'll be like, I said that a lot. I gotta switch up that. I gotta switch it up.
So
I gotta switch it up. That's why
Fairness
that's why,
in all.
So
No, but that's why if you notice, I have like 4 in the chamber.
And
there's
past-
always like 4
4
in the chamber.
So this
Love
is
it.
something I did when like a couple of years back. When you go not only that or in all fairness, I go like this. And I'm looking at the camera and I'm like, and I go.
I love this family dynamic.
You know what's really messed up? When I was in speech and debate, we did that for
Yeah.
ums.
yeah.
We did that for and we would do it like this. So that way, as they were talking, but also
Dude, it trips you up.
But it
It
trips you
does,
out, but
it
it also
does.
brings up that anxiety.
Yeah.
Of and it hurt. And
Yeah.
it starts happening more
Because like,
you realize
you'll be
oh,
talking, you notice it, and you stop, you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
sorry,
then-
curse.
I used to stutter
Ah,
as a kid,
dang.
so when I noticed that I stuttered,
Yeah.
it turned into stopping from stuttering and then turning to like pausing, like not getting it out. Like I'll be like,
Yeah.
and then it got worse.
So I think they did the same thing with because I remember that part of speech class where they would tell you it's like every time you say replace it with something else or start your sentences with with like a saying to stop the ums. But this was annoying because you started counting them, then you lost your train of thought, then you do another and it's like, oh, now you're at 5. Can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
You have to shuffle your feet. You have to
Yeah,
shuffle your feet.
it's all about shuffling your feet.
Yeah, you have to like change your position of your
Because
body.
because
to make
also
your points.
depending on the form of debate you were doing, also it's all about pivot. Like
Yeah.
as soon as you would hear an argument, you were like, oh dang.
Well, I actually learned how to talk with my hands. So any huge debate,
that.
I always do
People
this.
talk with their hands. I love it.
Yeah, or I have to have a fidget spinner or something.
If they're just talking, I'm all like, I wonder what I'm doing tomorrow. But they're like, dude, listen. I'm like, I'm in.
Oh, yes.
I'm locked in.
Yeah.
Tell me everything.
Do you see the big picture?
Yeah.
No, but I
And
do
that's
see
why
you
I love
voguing.
Prince. Don't get me. I used to love voguing until I found out that it's not like a hetero thing, and I'm just like, no, but I'm super hetero. I like voguing. And they're like,
Yeah.
no, you can't do it. I was like, but the drop.
Who said you can't do it?
You said you can't do
I
it.
was in high school and they made fun of me and I got hurt. I was like, let me do the drop.
You can do the drop.
work it.
All right. Well, we do got to wrap up this issue pretty soon because we're reaching 2 hours and 10 minutes at this point.
Fossy.
But no, all I want to say is, Noel,
Madonna,
you
Madonna.
every time you come onto the show,
Birdcage.
you are a
Yes!
positive vibe.
Yes,
And
I want to watch that now.
I do love the fact that you are an inclusive nerd. You are not afraid
I
to
try.
like,
Thank you.
you know, wait, what? You said thank you? Oh, I heard something else.
Oh, I said I try.
No,
Thank
yeah.
you. What do you think I said?
I thought
Something
you said
cute.
I thought you
I
said
know.
F you, and I'm
I
like,
love
whoa,
you.
dude.
Brian, you're a sweetheart.
Oh,
You know what?
appreciate
Let's
it.
follow that train of thought. Yeah, F you, man. Let's follow.
In all fairness.
Yeah. So, like,
all fairness.
listen.
No, but you are an inclusive nerd, and it is good to see these spaces being made because we've talked about it multiple times on the show. When you gatekeep, when you hold people back, when you hold things on and don't want to share it with others, it limits the scope of enjoyment. And we do love to see primetime succeed
Yes.
the way it has been.
Remember, it's not just me, right? It's really community driven.
Yeah.
I have to toe the line, but definitely I am not the captain of that ship.
You
right?
have, well, you're not the captain, but you've got your first officers and
Yeah.
you got your crew.
Yeah,
where
Chino
the-
is killing
Yeah.
it. We're working with people
a
at
great
Frankenstein.
space.
Thank you.
You are the cultivator.
And when it's right here, look, support local dweebs. It's where it's a safe place for all of us. to
You
kinda
are
do
the
what
Kirk
we need to do.
Picard of primetime, and
Make it
Gino
so.
is
Make
it
the
so.
he's the Riker or Spock of this. Yeah.
I think he's Riker.
Yeah, I can see that.
Gino Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we
he's
call him Gino Reno now.
Gino
Or
Reno.
Gino Tin.
Gino
Gino
10.
Tin.
I like that Gino 10.
Gino Tin and
think-
Gino Reno.
Isn't Gino a Trekkie? No, right?
I don't know.
I don't think I know someone at Prime
I know he
Time.
likes Warhammer. and science
I'm a
fiction.
Trekkie.
Maybe.
You're a
Yeah,
Trekkie.
Yeah, Voyager is kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I had a mustache.
You look like
Yeah.
it. You look like
It was it was doing things to
You're
me.
one of those people.
Mhm.
You're a Voyager. I get you. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Enterprise, like the one with Scott Bakula. Oh my God, that intro. It's been a long time from here to there.
Channel 13.
I was
remember, like,
there.
when it
Channel 13,
premiered,
I was
that
all
first
up on
episode.
SG1.
Deep Space Nice. Oh yeah, SG1.
SG1.
Killer. Yeah, this is the kind of conversation like we have here. We also have it at the store, and that's kind of how we ramp
Yeah.
up.
Your store is inviting enough that people of any kind of nerdom can come in
Yeah.
and check it out.
And we have wild arguments. It gets
Yeah.
really heated. Really
I mean,
fast.
I'm not
But
even
in
a card
fun,
person, but
positive
I'll
way.
go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if
Have
you
fun.
guys are in the Los Angeles area, if you guys are in the Whittier area, go check out Primetime. And trust me, for people that are barely getting into TCG or barely getting into this world of nerdom, I get it. You have other places, specifically one of the big ones is, what is it called? The swap meet one?
Frankincense. We
Frankincense.
work with
Yeah.
them. Oh, check out OTB Collectibles. It's one of our partners. We work with them. He helps me out with. It's Jerry, Tyler, and Dakota, and Adolfo, but he's traveling right now.
Yeah.
Really big supporters of the store. They help us out. We said like it's kind of like a co-assignment. It's kind of how we work together. We make deals and kind of help us stock the store.
In Frank's, are they in the card area?
Yeah, and I end up aisle 200 across from Crossing. You'll find them. Yeah, you'll find if you come to the store, you'll know Tyler. You'll see Tyler.
So one of the
aka
things I was going to
Ezekiel.
mention about Frankincense is that it's intimidating for new people. It's huge. It's huge nerd swap meet, and one of the biggest things is like, are you going to overspend on something that you shouldn't be overspending on? I feel like Primetime is a good place to start because your prices are fair where they can be. And you guys are good at introducing things to a lot of people.
And we'll guide you.
From
We'll tell you
yeah.
like if you're looking for something specific, who you can talk to because
Yeah.
we do work with people at
Which is good.
Frankincense.
I thought it was funny because I remember going with a buddy of mine when we were building our Yu-Gi-Oh decks, and we went to a guy over at Frank's, and the guy because he was building 6 amps.
No.
And as he was
Solitaire.
yeah, basically. So he was building 6 Sams, and then he was like, "Hey man, I'm looking for this card, and this card." And the guy immediately went, "Why would you do that? Like, why are you looking for those cards?" And then he's like, "Well, because I'm gonna play it this way, yada yada yada, and this is how I'm gonna do it." And the guy goes, "Well, I understand that you can't afford it, but I would get these cards and everything out and all that." And then my friend immediately went, "All right, cool." And then he just walked away.
Yeah.
He just immediately walked away, and he goes, "I want to go and buy 3 of that card he just mentioned so I can rip it up in front of him."
Yeah.
And just
Teddy
go.
spaghetti.
Yeah, and just, I was like, they're like,
Yeah.
That's
I
how
was
it
like,
is.
I'm like, I go, you know that card is like $80 right now, right? And he goes, "I don't care. It's
The principle.
He goes, "The
Okay.
princi-
I want
the
to send a
principle-
message.
Yeah, the principle of
Wait,
it.
who was that?
Huh?
Who was it? I knew it.
was
Dude,
Andrew.
I was like,
he's gonna show
I
up
was
and be all
only
like,
Andrew would
"I'm
have
an
that
A-lister.
mentality. I'm buying all
I'm an
gas.
A-lister. I am not a peasant. You are.
Dude, I swear, he got called a peasant, and the first thing he thought was, "I will burn $1,000 in front of you right now."
Just to prove a point. Again, Teddy
Just to
spaghetti.
prove that point.
Love it.
And it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Peasant's such a strong word, dude.
It's-
got
It is.
Right? It hurts.
Right, like,
it's very derogatory.
If you get tired of that, I really do enjoy like plebs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Pleb
That's
is
rude.
Plebeian.
No.
Yeah.
Plebeian is. I think it's lost its
Cancelled.
touch.
What is
What do you mean?
I feel,
Canceled.
I,
You
I
can't say
feel
that
Get
now.
canceled.
you know
What is
why?
canceled?
You know why I like.
say that.
Yes,
Shut
you
up, pleb.
can, dude.
Shut up, pleb.
Wait, what is that?
Don't talk to me.
You know what? You know.
Excuse me?
I don't know why.
You don't know how to use the machine. You put a slushie when you're not supposed to. Act like you've been invited outside of your house.
I do it because I know I can get away with it.
Sure.
I want them to tell me something.
You're the guy who gets a water cup and puts in soda and you're like, what are you going to do about it? I'm poor.
No, I don't actually. Because I would rather prefer
I want
water.
the fluoride.
I want fluoride. Make me happy.
Nick,
I
don't
get
keep me
depressed.
docile. Never. Not in this house.
Nick, do you want to finish your point? Or are you done?
Primetime Collectibles, baby. Fluoride free. Keep the anger where it needs to be. On the
I think we have to
table.
close it out at
On
that
the
point. You
table.
can't go back to that.
Take
Yeah.
a shot of mercury. Make you angry.
Yeah.
The only reason which I brought it up was
In all fairness.
I can fix it. I can save this interview. I can save it.
You got 2 seconds.
The only reason I brought it up is because I know that the times I've talked to you, I've talked to Gino, and I've gone, hey, I want to do X, Y, and Z. This is how I want to play.
Oh yeah, let's run it.
I know that Gino will go, that's an interesting way of playing it. What do you want to get accomplished? Like, what exactly are you
Not
trying
only
to
that.
get? And then he then goes, okay, cool. If you're going to do it that way, that card is good, but I would recommend these other cards that would also help you a little more effective.
Yeah, and he takes out his Kaiba case and he opens up the binder.
Yeah.
and he walks you through it, right?
Yeah,
and he walks you through it.
And then not only that, because I know, like, you know, some people would be like, well, he was upselling you. You wanted 1 card, he gave you 6 and everything. But
There's a purpose.
There was a purpose for it, because he then went and he sat with me and he goes, okay, cool. So this is the combo. And then he then had those cards and then he pulled my deck out and he goes, okay, cool. Put this here, put this there, and then you do this. They combine to do this. And then I remember going, oh, that makes 100% sense. Okay, cool. I'm in.
Yeah, we call it seeing the line. When you're trying to play a game and we'll hover around or we'll help each other out. It's like, do you see the line? Like, do you see what you're trying to do? You can have an idea of what you're trying to accomplish, and he'll ask you, what are you trying to accomplish? Like, what is it? And he'll walk you through it so you can see the line, right? You see the line to success, so you can win. See a combo that you haven't seen before. Sometimes, yeah, because sometimes like internet, like YouTube videos and like what you read will tell you what cards you kind of need. Doesn't really kind of explain how you kind of get there. And then Gino will sit you down and he'll see the line that you're trying to build and he'll help you out with that. And then sometimes as we're playing, we'll hover around. It's like, do you see it? Do you see the line? Do you see it? It's like, what? You can win right now. I can? Yeah. Find the line. Find the line, baby. Ride that wave. Ride that wave until you win, baby. Let's go. And then once they figure it out, everybody cheers and we all clap and then we have a whole Rudy moment. It's phenomenal.
There you go.
I live for those days.
Yeah, that moment is really great, and I do look forward when I'm playing at primetime for that.
Primetime Collectibles. Peasant free, fluoride free.
No.
Go check it out.
Holiday season's coming up. If you want to get Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Lorcana,
We got it.
things
We're
like
fully
that.
stocked. We're
You
fully
actually
stocked
are
right
having
now.
a
Support
Black
your
Friday
local
deal.
stores.
Yeah.
Support your local
Yeah.
store. Go to Primetime. Don't get it from Amazon. Don't help the people where it actually matters. Cultivating the scene.
I actually
guys.
told you that I don't buy my cards at Target or anything else. I always go to Primetime.
Yep.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Support your local
Yeah.
game stores, your local TCG stores.
But can you quickly go over your Black Friday deal? When you guys are
Ooh,
opening?
No, that's a secret.
Your
Really?
hours, though, have been announced.
Oh, for Black Fridays? No, I'm still working out with Gino.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So ignore the last post that came out.
No, yeah, no. We're going to have that post going. Let me see if I can post it.
Your
real quick.
last post was 12 a.m.
Because
to
this will be
8
posted the
a.m.
week of.
Yeah, it would be Wednesday,
The
like
week
2
of,
days before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the last post said Friday after Thanksgiving's done, 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. So you guys are open overnight.
Because I told Gino, I was like, we're all going to be in food comas. Like, however you want to run it, let's run it.
Okay. Well,
yeah. We're going to be open from 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. Yeah, we're going to be open from midnight all the way up to 8 a.m.
Can you say one of the deals you'll be having or no?
Jesus.
Give me like
maybe
a
the one that
Yeah.
you have.
Maybe one
Like
little,
Pokemon cards. What's
one,
the deal
one
on
little
Pokemon?
nipple. One little one.
Yeah.
So it won't be discounted.
There will be a discount.
There will be a
I do have
discount.
a
That's all that he can say.
Well, really quick, when he does that, I'll plug in Undercity's Black Friday sale we'll be having. So on Friday, we'll be having 50% off all of our comic books. That includes single issues, that includes trade paperbacks, omnibuses, compendiums, all 50% off. Even the mangas as well, too. Anything that's not a comic book, which is statues, pop figures, little trinkets, keychains, and stuff like that, will be 25% off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice,
So come
nice,
on
nice,
down. And it'll be from Friday to Sunday, all weekend long.
And that's when I pick up Batman 89.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, which one? Oh, that one.
We also have one of the things that's being sought after is that Marvel versus DC compendium. That's going to be $150, but on Black Friday it'll be $75.
Oh,
we filmed a short film at the store. I forgot to mention that.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll have more information about that. but yeah,
Okay,
we're
so that'll
filming.
be okay. So just keep an eye out, guys, on Primetime Collectibles on their Instagram and
to
on
give
their
you
Facebook.
more time.
Oh, this chat is out of control.
Follow-
I love you. I'm sorry. I love you, Gino. This is so
Can't you
good.
just search?
No, I love going through these. This is just look like it's hard to
reminiscing.
explain how to explain this. But this is a.
We'll get at it
That's
later.
Yeah.
This is all
We'll
dead air
post
right
about
now.
It's all dead air.
So just
Yeah.
keep it. So just stick to your Instagram.
Yeah, we'll be posting about it.
Yeah.
And then also, like, come in. We're going to give out deals in person as well. Like, we're not going to post everything on there.
Well, I think anything you post, we'll share it on the Keeping Up with the Nerds.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. He's typing away. What are you typing over there?
I have to.
Big bro?
I'm marking it for myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the cussing.
Oh,
So
the
that-
cussing?
Yeah, so I can.
Also, like, when you said omnibus, I really thought you were going to say
You're micromanaging.
omnibussing.
You're
Omnibussing.
micromanaging.
The Marvel
I have to.
omnibussing.
For what?
You don't
Wait,
have
what are
to.
you marking it for?
For myself
For what?
There is no reason.
to bleep it out in the audio.
I
Yeah.
always bleep it out before.
Yeah, but when I edit the audio, I bleep.
Just trim them
It's
up. Trim them up. Vacuum.
No, I'll explain it afterwards. There's no point. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of issue 224. Go check out our website, keepingupwiththenerds.com. Check out our socials, Instagram,
He
Facebook,
threw
and
the script behind you, Sean, so he needs that.
xmen.com. X-Men.
Xhamster.com, yes.
Check out our YouTube.
It's a good website.
YouTube.com/Keeping It Up With The Nerds. Check out our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Podbean. Please leave a 5-star review where you guys can. Noel, thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you so much for being the representative of Primetime. And go follow his Instagram. Go follow any socials that you have. Everything will be in the description.
Thank you for joining.
I do want to
chaotic
say that I
episode.
appreciate you guys. I like how chaotic and fun it is.
Yeah.
We riff pretty well.
Yeah.
Brian, you do a really good job being the straight man. I love that.
Thank
I
you.
love that so much. You have to dial us in, but you do take a little naps, and then Sean has to try to pick up the slack, but then it just gets.
You know
really-
what? Today
and
was
it's
like
super good.
I think today the energy tired me out a little too much, a little too quickly.
Is that what it was?
It was the gay club talk.
That's what it is.
That's what it was.
That
yeah.
was so early.
Yeah,
That was so
so
early.
fast.
You know what? It was
so
too
fast, so
15
hard,
to
straight
15
to the
20
point.
It's
minutes.
his off button.
Yeah,
It's off button.
it's literally like the moment that happened, I was like, okay, I'm done.
That's
I can't.
it.
that was
That's
it.
it. Like,
It usually happens like towards the end of the show. No,
Yeah.
this time.
But I do want to say another thing too. This has been Keeping Up with the Nerds, issue 224. My name is Noel, co-owner of Primetime Collectibles. I run it with Gino Reno and the guys at OTB Collectibles. And we'll be signing off from Undercity Comics. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.